Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, education, and parody. Under this act, fair use is permitted use of copyrighted content that might otherwise infringe on the exclusive rights of copyright holders. The TezDown podcast is a platform for entertainment and education. Edutainment, a blend of education and entertainment, emphasizes content that informs while it entertains. The views expressed in this channel's commentary do not necessarily reflect or represent the views of the hosts, and may not always reflect the complete or verified accuracy of information presented. All content, including commentary, analysis, and discussion, falls within the legal parameters of fair use. We make no claims to ownership of any third-party content. This is the TezDown. Sports unscripted, culture unfiltered. Thank you for understanding.
The mic is hot, the light is red. Let's talk about what the paper said. We kept the files on Ted. Down, nightcap. Exactly what they wanted to see, but the angles are wrong and the timeline slip. We're reading the notes outside the script. Draw the line from the street to the stand. Nothing plays out the way they planned. We kept the file on 10. Down nightcap. We're spinning the tape back, checking the code, looking for safe waters in the middle of the sea. Cut the static, listen for the breath between the rumors and the sudden death. We just want the facts. Lay them on the floor until the locked room isn't locked anymore.
I'm only gonna do this once. Classic. Lord God, anything attached to me that could be holding me down and keeping me from my ascension. I pray that you detach that from me, so I can fly. They think ill about me, they still around me. Lord God, please set me free. I ain't going out like Gandhi, bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. They made a mistake, I gave them some grace. I make a mistake and they won't do the same. People be dishing out what they can't take and they take what they cannot get back to the game. I'm unforgiving cause I'm unforgetting. I harbor resentment, I know what you did. I am not Jesus, it ain't no repentance when I'm on a mission and moving relentless. Been here before, I know the feeling. Think it's forever, the end to be chilling. Mike Jackson, my life is a thriller. Close to midnight, I turn to the villain. Boundaries over sparing your feelings. Sebastian gone, you can cry me a rip. To be great, you gon' have to be different. When you say it, they gotta know that you meant it. Classic. 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 Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I
Remember
was
these days?
in the beginning.
Remember these
Why
days?
you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time?
It's already out there.
I couldn't tell.
It's already out there.
You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing?
What?
Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watch my story, y'all winning. Why you ain't say nothing?
That's E1.
Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Damn. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or a farm
Welcome to the TezDown Nightcap. And I got some dogs with me. We got Classic in the building. Tell them where you from, Classic.
Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes, man. Happy to be here visiting on the TezDown.
Classic.
You know, getting to the point where I don't need no introduction. Just working.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Hold on. What?
Yeah.
Name and he appears. Classic.
He appears.
We got Into Deep with us tonight. Into Deep. Tell them what you've been working on, man.
Been doing some heavy research on this information about Nolan and a few other things about how police procedures are done.
All right, if you guys didn't know, that is Into Deeps. That is Into Deeps, as you guys are well aware of. And you know me, digging holes and taking souls every time I get the chance. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So lately they've been saying to us that, you know, maybe you guys shouldn't be talking about those things. Maybe you guys shouldn't be doing those things. Y'all saw them try to hack me live and they lost.
Ooh.
And one of my favorite quotes.
That's why no one will remember your name.
What are you talking about?
They won't. They won't.
Not at all.
That's just how it goes. I walk them down every single time. Yo.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of people in here right now. I need y'all to do me a favor at the beginning of the show. Y'all need to hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. Two tights in the building. What's going on, two tight? 333 and 111. Don't forget about that H, the Ochos. There we go. What's going on, two tight? How you doing? Into Deep, so welcome to newbies. As you come in, please click the like button and subscribe. It's free. Why don't you support the channel?
Yeah.
Some excellent content out there. That's right. That's right. What's going on? Classics in the building once again. 333 in the building. Squad is in here. Yes, they are. Kevin Nolan Drowned. Okay, Kevin. Whatever you say, man. Mama V said that part. What's up, Mama V? It's nice to see you in the building too. Troll warnings in effect. Play around, get clapped, but I might let you play around for a little bit. We got topics. We got a nice little icebreaker today about Nolan Wells. Obviously, it's about Nolan Wells. This guy seems to believe there's some fuckery going on with these photos. Yeah. Wow. Leave it to TikTok to be able to find the truth of anything. So we're going to go ahead and check TikTok right now and see what he says, because this doesn't seem like it's real to me.
Another photo that was recently released that is going super viral right now. And it is said to be a picture of someone holding someone else up. As you can see, it looks like his arms is under his arms. What people are saying allegedly is Nolan Wells. But what I'm saying is, why would everybody just sit there and stare? Why no help? What is going on here? So I asked myself, could he be saying that he is intoxicated? Could he be saying that my buddy is always getting wasted as an excuse? I don't know, y'all, but I tell you this, by the grace of God, we back, and we got a lot to cover, because not only did the Cajun Navy release another photo, we got more people on TikTok dismantling them three cowards that was recently on the Brandon Tatum podcast. And y'all ain't gonna want to miss this one. Before we get into it, y'all make sure y'all hype this video. Y'all make sure y'all
hype his video. Y'all really need to be hyping mine. Come on now. Y'all been slacking. Y'all come here every night. I don't stay up late for nothing. Come on, hook us up.
A video that we did the other day reacting to his interview with Art of Dialogue. Y'all make sure y'all check that interview out. It's an amazing interview. But Let's get into it, y'all.
I am about to wipe Evil Murr's smile clean off his face because this man is a joke. So yesterday, I was playing with the contrast in this picture to try and get a better picture of the pattern on Morgan's swimsuit. I realized that half of this picture is not changing at all when I play with the shadows, which is an indicator to me of a photograph being altered. So then I started scrutinizing this picture because why would I ever have reason to doubt it before? And then that's when I noticed this boat seam underneath all of their legs. You can almost trace it all the way until you get to Nolan. Not only are these creases in different places, but there's no shadow, nothing underneath his legs here. In fact, if you look really closely, make sure your brightness is turned all the way up, you can see a seam right here that just stops. And that would connect over here. Then I saw in between this elbow here.
This is a little bit weird.
Uh-oh. Now, I've been following this woman.
She's been uncovering a lot of weird stuff.
She cooking. And I started watching her Easteen.
This is a little bit crazy right now, don't you think? Okay, so I'm reserving judgment. It's TikTok after all. Let's go.
But
there
wait,
is so much
there's
fabric that's supposedly his shorts. Like, why does this shadow suddenly stop? You can see a seam here and then nothing. And then look at the way Nolan is holding this can. Got one finger like over the lid, but the can looks really like wide. And then his thumb is on the other side of the lid. Like, how would you hold something like that?
I don't know.
Now look at this half of the picture. Notice how Nolan's head is casting a shadow going to the left. Same with Eric here. Head casting shadow to the left. Which means right where I am on the screen would be the direction that the sun would be coming from. And yet his shadow is going straight down and his shadow is going straight down and to the right, implying that their light source, their sun, is coming from over here. So is this picture fake? Then I started looking at the photos that they gave to Officer Tatum. Why is Nolan a giant? He and Jax are literally almost the same build and height. And I understand that perspective's a thing, but now
She do not play. She don't play. She don't.
Hey, class. What do you think so far, man?
I'm just paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, when Classic plays when he goes like this, the wheels are turning. I already know.
Yeah, something's odd, man.
There's some discrepancies.
King
here.
Doll said, "Thanks for y'all hard work, my brothers. 100, my God bless you and keep you. Your mom raised y'all right." You know what? Hey, I gotta go ahead and give you some of that. Too Tight said, "I just seen her videos earlier. She's legit." Wolfgang McGregor said, "Democrats who are silent right now don't deserve our votes. Do any of them deserve any of our votes on either side?" I'm gonna let you ponder that one before you give me an answer. Now, your messages didn't get deleted. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like some of the things y'all say. Ain't got nothing to do with me. In too deep, Mr. 304 himself. Too tight. Hey, introduce said quarters in session, chat. Trolls me with 86K is on the menu.
Leave my 304s alone, Too Tight. Come on, man.
Leah Strickland said, "Does anybody know the lady's name? She's smart." I think it's in the TikTok that we're watching. So if you zoom in a little bit,
yeah, it's something pink something. I can't remember her name. Hold on, I'll check.
Sounds like something I shouldn't be talking about.
Play. God dang.
not when they're this close to each other, not when the camera is right here. And look, same problem with this one with the shadows. Shadow going this way, shadow going this way.
This is weird. And that came from Officer Tatum's page. As you guys can see, Officer Tatum.
Nerdy Pink Panda 1 is her TikTok handle.
Okay, I think we need to observe just a little bit longer. What do y'all think?
Yeah, the 5 minute to 30 seconds, I think it was.
Thanks, VIP1. You are a VIP tonight, Pink Panda. It is interesting how she broke it down. I never thought of it like that. I mean, because most of the time what happens in media is they give us a whole bunch of stuff, and then we have to digest it. They don't try to break it down. They don't give us no water. You know, if y'all ever had, Popeye's biscuits with no water, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all shouldn't be eating there anyway. I don't care if they sponsor me or not. That's poison. Lakita Butler said, "I'm saying one guy was killed." I already did the disclaimer, and it's after midnight. Y'all can't hold me accountable for that. I'm saying what the guy was killed by supposed to be white friends. Enlighten me, please, on this Nolan guy. How was he deceased? Can anyone help me? Laquita, we're trying to find the answers to that question too. maybe you could just, watch the show a little bit. You'll be all right. You'll be all right, Lakita. You know what I'm saying? We got your back. I got your back. If that is your real name. Command Down said you can do with this with any picture, to be honest. What's up, Kimadai? You're a regular in the chat now. Nice to see you. Too Tight said, hey, we getting you some merchandise that says leave my 304s alone. VIP, what's going on? Again, yeah, I agree. Crystal Bush is back tonight. What's going on, Crystal Bush? Yeah, I agree. She digs deeper and covers overlooked details. Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's keep it going then.
Shadow going this way, shadow going this way, shadow going straight up and down, shadow straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down, to the left. And this jacuzzi tub looks normal at first until you zoom in. First off, why is his elbow blending into his hat? And whose face is that? Because that looks like AI tried to recreate this.
Hey. Who face is that? We
First off, why is his elbow blending into his hat? And whose face is that? Because that.
Hey.
Classic. I see you.
Kenya Doll said, high five. Thanks for the jewels,
Smiles
Kenya.
all different.
Well, I'm going to have y'all ponder this. All I got to say to this is,
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 06 beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. Bust your door with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 333, I'm the captain of the team.
hey.
Classic!
That's the first one of the night. If you give a gift, you super chat or you cash app us, you will get a song. Maybe we'll give you some more songs at the end of the night, depending on how long this takes us today. But hey, I'm telling you this right now. This is a little bit mad, man. This is a little bit bad.
Don't stop.
Class, what's up with the face, bro?
It's a little bit of a reach. That could be him.
Kenya said, I meant, may God bless you and keep you. Your mothers have raised you right. We know. You was all good.
Yes, oh, go ahead. My bad.
Leah Strickland said, have you seen the video on the beach? Allegedly, it's Nolan getting beaten, stomped. We saw that video. Yeah, we saw it. It was fake. It was fake. From what we know, it was fake. My Gen X eyes need to view her on the big screen. y'all be doing weird stuff, Gen X. Y'all be calling goons and something like that.
Hey, now. Come on.
All right. Go ahead, class. My bad.
No, you good. I mean, I don't want to necessarily get hung up on this component, but whether or not these images are like highly photoshopped is interesting.
Hey, VIP said, yo, bro started spitting that shit. VIP, you didn't give money, but some things are more important.
Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays at the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. Classic. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sour relief.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all got us right. All right, yeah. Envy No One said, come on now. King of Dolls said, clock it. I don't do the finger thing, but I feel you. VIP, hey, y'all keep on doing that. Y'all gonna keep on getting music. It's a whole lot of it here right now. It's all made by him. That is the Classic Codes, a.k.a. B-Class, a.k.a. Deacon Classic, a.k.a. Inspector Classic, a.k.a. what did he say his name? A lot of bucks. Yeah.
A lot of bucks.
A lot of bucks.
There was another one, too, that he was talking about on that one. I can't remember what they called it. It was something like it was a drink.
Crystal Bush said, hey, Classic, your flow's addictive. Look, let me tell y'all, it's not just because we homies. I play the music because I like the music. I was listening to it on the way home from work today. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it otherwise. Look, I walked out of a Ja Rule concert because Classic was done rapping. Everybody's like, where you going? I didn't come here for Ja Rule. I don't care, Rule. I don't care, Ja Rule. I don't want to do nothing with you.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Classic, I'm not on Spotify.
Because you're not a wankster.
Classic's YouTube is the Classic Codes VIP. The Classic Codes is his YouTube. You can also go on SoundCloud. It's B Class Music on SoundCloud.
I'm sending it in the chat right now.
There you go. You can stream his SoundCloud and you know get your gym workout, or you could just go. There's a couple of videos where he released the album. There's his birthday party that if you guys go back and watch
Jukebox.
That. Yeah, the jukebox. Yeah, it's a lot of
Jukebox. If you want to hear his music, you want to hear the jukebox. So I put the little join up in his registrar too, by the way.
Deep, check the side chat. Yes, Class, you were saying something about these photos not necessarily being the biggest issue.
Well, no, they are. Just not whether or not these two in comparison, like that's not really that big of a deal. But whether or not the authenticity of the photos in general, as far as like these images being photoshopped or whatever, and her logic behind why she deems them or they appear to be Photoshop is A1 logic. It's very practical. Yeah. So it just makes me think a little bit, because if you think about these as photoshopped images, and then you couple that with the fact that, you know, his mother was like, I don't really know none of them. You know what I'm saying? You couple those two thought processes, and then you add in. So follow me, chat. You have the idea that these are allegedly like photoshopped images of Nolan, right? Then you add in that Christina and Elmore have admitted that they didn't really know these boys like that. And then you add in the fact that Warren stated that Nolan spent the night before they went out. So, and he got up the day that they all went out on the 4th of July. So on the 3rd of July going into the 4th, they all spent the night, I believe, at Wyatt's. So Nolan had been there since the day before the 4th of July. Warren stated that he got up on the morning of the 4th and his homie's boat was already hooked up to his truck, and that he had ran home for something, and then he went to get some food or whatever, but Nolan wasn't with them, is what he stated. And he specified it. Nolan wasn't with me. So if you really wanted to play conspiracy theory with just those three ideas, these images Photoshop, parents didn't really know these boys, and Nolan was there for a day before the 4th of July, you could kind of play the game of saying, was Nolan ever at Horn Island at all? You could start playing that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, was he? Did something happen to him on the 3rd? And is Katie in on it saying that she seen him? But see, that I don't believe that. I wouldn't go with that notion just because we have the football coach witness that spoke to Miss Wansley and actually and Elmore and told them about his conversation with Nolan. So we know that Nolan was
coherent.
Right.
Not
was
drunk.
Coherent. Right. Not drunk and
Didn't
talking
smell
about
like weed.
Yeah. So let's throw that out. So we know that he went to Horn Island, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to play conspiracy theory, that's what this makes me think about. Like, damn, did he ever even go to Horn Island?
Was he ever even with them?
But he was there though. But he was there for sure, because we have witnesses that are going to help.
They all corroborated, and we're gonna hear from them tonight.
Yeah. So, but nah, it's interesting because would they simply Photoshop these images to make them seem closer to him?
Say his teeth are even different in this one.
Yeah.
This is weird. Hairline's different. The hair itself does not look like real hair.
But is it like so what I'm saying is, like, Tez, do they have like 1 or 2 authentic photos with him, but then they made up 10 or 15 to make
it looks like
all better?
I'm just saying that's what it looks like. Like, if you look at this, like if you're used to AI or even like anything like that, you can clearly see that this does not look like a real person. The bottom is Nolan Wells. The top does not look like Nolan Wells. It looks like you ever seen that dude that what's his name? Botham John? He looks like the evil version of Dave Chappelle. It's like Chappelle, Botham John. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it reminds me of right now. Almost like a doppelganger type of thing. Like this, but this is not a neck. Like you see this? This is not a neck.
Look at the Adam's apple.
This is not a neck. The facial structure is wrong. The hairline is wrong. The hair itself is wrong. The ears are wrong. The nose is not the same shape. The chin and the teeth. This is not the same. This is not even like, this is just a bad facsimile. So maybe this is an edited photo. I don't know, but this is not cool. Let's just keep going.
That looks like AI tried to recreate this guy.
Yeah.
This is another picture of Nolan with them, and I'm like, Why does his eyes look swollen shut? Why his neck is big as his head? But get ready, folks. I'm about ready to blow their little he wasn't on the Triton picture out of the water. Because right here is Morgan's swim trunks.
This is weird. Okay, now, I can't explain this one. I can't explain this one, Classic. Gunter, what's up, Gunter? How you been? Yeah, I can't. Stay with us, Gunter. It's cool. I can't explain what she's about to say right now.
You can see his like beads here, his glasses, his hat. But I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on in this picture. Then I was comparing these two videos and I realized, oh wait, it's a visor. It's a visor hanging off of this. See, there's the bill and like the little like part there. But as I was comparing these two pictures, something f***ing hit me. Look at black part, metal, white plastic, metal, visor. Black part, metal part, white plastic, no metal pole. Look at the steering wheel.
Oh, shit. Where'd the pole go?
Hey, but check this out. Why is Officer Tatum's logo in the middle when he has it up in the right-hand corner?
Officer Tatum is the one that keeps putting out these photos. He said that he got these from the boys.
You're right.
He was interviewed about this earlier today, this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So
but he never puts his logo in the middle of the shot. It's always in the upper left-hand corner.
This is some weird stuff, man. The chat is agreeing with us. Chat, we will get to some of these comments. There's a lot of them right now, but we're gonna keep on moving at the moment. Classic, if you stroll through these, there's currently over 400 of y'all in here, and while that's not unusual, it's a lot of chats, especially coming from three different channels. But I'm not ignoring anybody. We will get to these comments. Jose said hi. What's up? Was that Jossie or Jose? Jossette. Anne-Marie Watts. What's going on? I could do without your last name, but the rest of you is cool.
Oh, has this like white shit thing that's going on here. What? No, wait. But look, there's the door. What's going on here with this leg? I don't know. Now, do you guys see it? Can you see it? Vertical bars, horizontal bars, vertical.
She cracked the code. She told my guys, bro, everybody was saying that was something up because they have on the same clothes. They doctored it. This is why they be coming after her, bro.
Horizontal. And it's not just that the vertical bars are missing. There is no horizontal bar like right here. And not only that, y'all see how there's like this curved bar here? What?
It's curved.
Where's the bar in
it's
this
curved.
picture?
Oh.
It should be going right next to the hat, like right into it. And yet we have nothing here. And I know y'all have lots of questions, and I can't pretend like I have any answers to them.
This is probably why he putting that Tatum tag right here.
Now, do you guys...
So we won't see certain things. Yo.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Now, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
If this was an original video, wasn't it? Or is this the actual picture that
supposedly was a still from the original video?
Why did he use that one, though?
Hold on. Who said these people are influential? See what I'm talking about? This is extra information that people are throwing out there that isn't true. Who said any of these people were instrumental or were excuse me, influential? Who? Not me. Classic. Are they influential?
No, they're not influential, but I get what they mean. They're tied
they're
to like
affluent.
they're tied. That may be what they meant too.
Yeah, I think you meant affluent people, not influential. They don't influence. They're affluent.
Yeah, but I mean they're tied to influential people, judges,
Yeah.
feds, all type of shit, allegedly.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit, bro. Yo. You see these joints?
See it?
Look.
Can you see it?
Look back here. This supposed to be going this way. See this right here? Where's that right here? Yo, this the back of it. Yo,
that's
Vertical
awkward.
bars, horizontal bars.
Oh my God, bruh.
And it's not just that the vertical bars are missing, there is no horizontal bar like right here.
Yo, tell me y'all remember the movie Problem Child. Do y'all remember the guy that be yelling? His name is Mr. Peabody. There you go. There you go.
It takes a big man to admit his mistakes.
This is called Ain't No Rest for the Wicked.
Okay, so yeah, he looked terrible. We have more. And y'all know from this chat that anytime we say the word more, there's usually a lot going on. There's more. There's more. Class, you want to run through some of these chats while I queue up the next?
Yeah, Two Tight said we definitely cracking codes and walking shit down tonight. You heard? Jogo said, if all these influential people wanted to kill Nolan, why in the hell would they take him to an island with thousands of people to make it look like they didn't do it? Let's see. Leisha Strickland said, she has been threatened, street saying. Yeah, well, I think all of us at some point in this thing have been threatened a little bit. Let's see. The Rascals, even if it's just by, a lawyer that doesn't wear a tie. The Rascals say, all edit from him. He works for Turning Point, and one of their parents is governor, lawyer, doctor, and judge. This shit a lot deeper, bro. Joe Go said,
oh, my bad.
Oh,
you got this.
Joe Go said nothing but speculation, demonizing the whole group of people over what there have been 540 black young men killed in this country since July 4th. Nobody mentions none of them. It's always going to be somebody to say that. Let's see. Hey, Joe Go, do you have a platform? If you have a platform, please tell me how you're breaking down your 24 hours in the day to be able to cover 540 cases on your one platform. Or even if you got 2 or 3 or 4 platforms, tell me how you're covering 540 cases. Matter of fact, tell me how you're covering 10. Like, you got to pick something to cover. Is that fair? You got to pick something to cover. Like, you can cover 2 or 3 things, but 540, like, you got to pick something to cover. You got to sensationalize something. You have to make an example out of something.
He couldn't. Yeah. He just made his account July 21st of 2026.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Never mind. I ain't gonna pop my shit. John Tapp said, what's the possibility that Officer Tatum is right about how Nolan died? I'm trying to stay open-minded until more evidence comes to the light. Yeah, we don't trust you. We appreciate the comment, though. We don't trust you, though. Because, when it's walking like a duck and talking like a duck and we still asking, is it a tadpole? You know what I mean? It's one of them things where I got to start looking at y'all sideways. Two Tight said, oh, yeah, was there, and you exactly right. He was there, and you exactly right. Nolan's parents didn't really know them boys, SMH. Yeah, they talking about they used to pull up in the driveway and pick him up all the time. But then Warren, he has a car. And then Warren also stated, well, Jack said we used to drive over there and pick him up all the time. Like, that's what we would do. We were always pulling up and picking Nolan up. But Warren said in his solo sit down that they never really went to Nolan's house. You see all the inconsistencies? There's inconsistencies at every turn, and you still have people saying, "Oh, I'm just waiting for more." Like what? Like, never mind. I'm not gonna crash. It's early, y'all. It's 35 minutes in. Let's see. Envy no one. Well, Tristan did say the guys were trying to duck him. They were trying to avoid him that day. Kevin said Nolan drowned. Witnesses saw Nolan at 5:50. The boys left at 4:30. The boys are innocent. Hey, Kevin, did any witnesses see a drowning? I don't care if a witness said they saw him at 5:50. Did any witness a drowning? Is there, out of the thousands of people that was at Horn Island, is there any one single person that can say, I saw Nolan drown? I witnessed him drown. I tried to get over there to him and I couldn't. Because guess what? If anybody witnessed him drowning, he would have got pulled out of the water right then and there. And there would have been a resuscitation attempt. And maybe he doesn't make it, but there would have been a resuscitation attempt. And the autopsy would have been cut and dry. This thing would be if he simply just drowned out there. with all those people and no visual obstructions of view, right? Because that's what we were told by the attorneys. It's barren land with clear lines of sight, right? But nobody saw him drown, but he drowned. No. We're going to need something a little bit. Here's the thing. If y'all want us to stop asking questions, then prove that he drowned. Well, prove it. Mob Tie said the boy drowned. Move on. Prove it. We'll move on when it's proved.
Why won't they prove it?
Prove it. Yeah, the autopsy is complete from Mississippi, correct? So if his lungs were filled to the T with water,
as they should be,
prove it. Prove it. And run them throat structures.
Yeah.
Run those throat structures.
Let them be examined.
Come up off those throat structures. They talking about they waiting to go to the grand jury with a secret group of white people. The grand jury, there is a secret group of white people, in the words of Umar Johnson, that will be deciding what's going on and whether or not there will be indictments. So I'm grateful that, you know, they are asking for this to move out of Mississippi, because I said that weeks ago that this case needs to move out of Mississippi. Shout out to V Trucker for the super chat. Yep, I got it. Let's see. Tez, where's the Katie interview you said you watched? Yeah, they heard you say that in the chat.
Well, first of all, the Katie's sister is the one that's doing all the talking. In the interview that we were talking about was through Katie's sister. They don't have Katie's sister on video. They don't have Katie on video because Katie's talking through her sister. We do have the judge, Moore, who took Katie's testimony and talked about it on Hype. I did this yesterday. I want to say we played that video where they talked about it. If you guys want me to do it again, maybe I'll do it at the end of the show. But if not, you can go back and watch it from yesterday. We watched the whole thing. We do have more things that are going to be very pertinent to what you're asking me, though. So if you would stay around, thank you for the super chat. If you could stay around and let us get through the rest of it, you might pick up some things that we putting down too. So,
Kim.
We'll come back to him. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Kima, do him first.
Kima said if they can prove he drowned, that doesn't really explain anything, right? Because then you have to prove, was he forcibly drowned or did he accidentally drown? There's still more details.
Let's just say that he had some type of head injury, as would be consistent with the autopsy reports that we've gotten back, and someone decided to, I don't know, toss him. Because you can get knocked unconscious and keep breathing. But if you're unconscious and somebody throws you in, I don't know, an ocean, you'll probably drown. But again, drowning by itself does not prove that it was either one, an accident, or two, an accidental drowning. It doesn't disprove that it was a homicide. It doesn't disprove that it was intentional or planned. See, this is the reason why we need the throat structures. This is the reason why we need the contents of the stomach. This is the reason why we need the lungs. This is the reason why we need a tox report. None of these things have been delivered. Not a single one of them. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah. You know what that is.
Nolan Wells' family has cracked back after the boys three of the boys, I should say, gave an interview. And let's stop calling them boys for a little bit. These are grown men. There have been far too many people, brown of color, charged as adults for crimes that they committed at the age of 13, the age of 12, the age of 11, some as young as 6 and 7 years old, charged as adults. And let me tell you, I don't see any reason why all of these men, young men, mind you, over the age of 18, should not be called men. Stop calling them boys. They're not little boys. They are not minors. They are not under their parents' guardianship any longer. They might be under their insurance, because you can be under somebody's insurance till you're 26 these days, but those aren't children. They're not boys. They're men, young men, but men nonetheless. And with that being said, we got more to cover about this, because the family of Nolan Wells had an impromptu press conference today to set the record straight. We're not going to let that go missed.
Good morning. Let me say the case that we have been dealing with now for the last several weeks around Nolan Wells is indicative of many cases around the country that have raised serious questions with racial overtones. Attorney Crump and I are going tomorrow, where I'm doing the eulogy for a young black man in Madison, Wisconsin, homeless, and they say had a knife, and there's the tape of him being shot, 3 cops surrounding him, shot and killed, 4 shots. And these cases building up in a climate of an administration in Washington that we cannot feel will objectively investigate. There was a time that we could say if state authorities fail us, we can go to the Justice Department. Even under George Bush, we went to the Justice Department. We, at this point, have to hope that one, we could deal with civil courts, or secondly, that there's a balance of power with the Democrats taking the House in November, and maybe the Judiciary Committee under that can at least put a check and balance on cases that need to be investigated. But we are right now where we have 2 parents, lovely parents, I've gotten to know them, that really don't have an answer to a question. Is it a civil rights violation or not? And we do not know. How do you trust the words of people that say immediately there was no foul play when you haven't even investigated whether there was foul play? How do you trust people that come back from something that happened and never really give you a straight story of what happened, including you have the keys to the car? So when you have more questions than answers, you have to have people that will drive the answers out, and that's what we do. And that's why I've been involved, and that's why we stay involved. And it gets worse and worse and worse. The parent of one of the boys threatening to sue us for asking a question. Imagine that now. Some of y'all call us, what do you feel about the parents? One of the boys said he's going to sue you and Ben Crump. Sue us for what? For saying what happened? So we've gone back that far. And that is why we're going to stand with these parents, because usually, you know, I come from Brooklyn, New York. I was born and raised there. I don't come from the South. But my mother used to bring me down south to my grandmother in Dothan, Alabama. And Congressman, my grandmother told me, you see that pen over there? I said, yes. She said, that's a pen of hogs and pigs. I said, yes, ma'am. She said,
Yo, class, before we continue, I can't let this go. Why is Al Sharpton always telling the story about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about? I don't get it. I don't get it. Deep is back. Oh, yeah, there you go. Deep is back. What's up, Deep?
What's up? Excuse me.
Al
Had
Sharpton.
the grown man situation. Excuse me.
It's all good, man. Al Sharpton always talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today.
Man, that man old, bro.
Hey,
old, bro.
Hey,
Too tight.
that's
said,
how
why is
they
he
used
telling
to
his
do
life
it.
story again? He's tripping. What's
But
up,
this one
Asia?
actually makes sense, though. The one he says makes sense.
His ass
Race
finna start
Stone.
talking. He finna
Race
start
Stone
randomly
books.
talking about Anthony Davis in a minute.
Right. If he would have stayed with the Lakers, then the Lakers wouldn't have broke up. No.
The Brooklyn Dodgers shouldn't have left.
They all need to come back to Chicago and form an all-Chicago basketball team. He said, let them cook.
and we didn't have the car keys. Like what?
And we never had a chauffeur in my life.
This one makes sense, though. I watched this today.
If you take a brick and you throw it in that pile, the hog that hollers is the hog you hit. There's too much hollering going on in Mississippi that we haven't hit something. I can't figure out which one we hit, but we hit something. Because now they talking about lawsuits. They threatening this threatening a mother of a child, trying to get her job taken. You wouldn't be hollering if we wasn't hitting something. And we're going to stay on that, and we're going to stay on it all the way. In light of that, before attorney, and I call him the Attorney General of Black America, gives us the legal basis, and then we hear from the parents. Congresswoman who lived herself through dealing with the whole tragedy of her own son. That's how we met. On a plane. She was a flight attendant at the time. And she stopped me on the plane and said, "Grandma, why ain't you dealing with my son's case?" And we started a relationship. She ended up being elected right here in Georgia and reelected. They redrew her lines, and she was reelected anyhow. The lines couldn't, it reduced the favor of the people. Congresswoman Lucy McBath.
This one for you, Classic. Please read the comment.
My meniscus. Yeah. That boy wild. That boy wild. I almost crashed out on Al Sharpton, man. Live.
That day was, I think I did crash out on him that day.
Bro, why are we talking about your knee, bro?
Hey, I hope I never get there. But if I do, y'all don't clown me, okay?
Omega 3s, brother.
I know.
Hey, he got to have the same stylist as Donald Trump. You see that
Oh
hair?
my God.
Hey, don't go there. I'm out of it.
I'm an equal opportunity shit talker. Equal opportunity. Red, blue, pink, yellow, green. I don't get no at all. Y'all government.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to Reverend Al Sharpton, and also thank you to Attorney Crump for being the armor bearers for this family.
Yo, the chat, y'all on fire. Look, I'm not ignoring y'all because y'all keep giving me fire. I gotta read this one real quick. Football kid, 1110 said, and Nolan must have been the most popular guy in that town because apparently he had about 20 best friends. I've only had one best friend at a time my whole life. Christopher said, Tez, you wrong for that. Yeah. Tez, that's nasty work right there. His hair is aerodynamic. I had to switch it up real quick. It's aerodynamic. He will never get lost in a jet stream, do he?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I can't do it.
No one's family. It's a really, really sad occasion that we're here again. I was just saying to my staff on the way in, it's like this brings back so many vivid memories for me and my own family, having lost Jordan to unnecessary gun violence in November 2012, Black Friday, simply because he was black and playing loud music in his car. And so here we are again today.
Hey. Do not call it gun violence. That was police brutality.
Here for the loss of another black young man in our community. And we find ourselves asking the same questions. How did it happen? Why did it happen? And this family stands here demanding answers. This family deserves answers.
You know what? I don't know how much I believe her, but this Asian woman right here, I want to see what she got to say. She looking so serious right now. I want to know what she got to say about this. Look how she gets eyes cutting right to it. Sharpton thinking about what he about to have for lunch.
I myself sought the same justice for my son Jordan that they're seeking for theirs, and they deserve answers, and they deserve justice. Justice that should not be denied this family, or should ever be denied to any of our children or our lost loved ones. As a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, I'm the second vice chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. We are demanding a full federal investigation. Kash Patel, we're demanding a full federal investigation as to what has actually happened to Nolan Wells. We want to make sure.
Yeah, Cash. I brought you up about a week ago. Where you been? Partying at another country concert where your girlfriend is playing at? I don't blame you for having a girlfriend. I blame you for flying her around on government jets. Oops. Did I say that out loud? Ooh.
Shit, allegedly. I don't know what you got going on. All alleged for content creation purposes.
I don't know.
Entertainment.
What?
It's already out there. It's already out there. You got
Hey, listen,
a couple 100,000.
Man, a cash pedal. I don't care what you're doing, brother.
Oh, nigga, you know what's up. We kept the file.
Hey, in Kevin Gates' voice,
Government expenditure reports.
I don't know what said. The views of the TezDown are not consistent of those of the codes.
Nor into the Deep End podcast.
Cash Patel, leave me alone.
Yeah, straight up. You got it, boss man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, nothing at all.
Don't worry. I'm still on your ass.
Classic.
It's 1 in the morning.
I can't. Hey, I'm tired.
They ain't watching nobody but us. We the only ones up.
Let me tell you. Look, Cash Patel is definitely not watching us because he's on a bender. It's Friday night.
Oh,
Every
man.
stone is unturned because his life matters.
Hey, Tez. Hey, Tez.
Yeah. All of our children.
Hey, Tez. Listen, bro. If you gonna cook some dynamite for dinner, I don't want to come by your place, man. I don't want to come by. You feel me?
I'm with it.
What we doing, bro? Is one you just picking a fight with the feds at 1 a.m., bro?
Nah, bro.
Nah, they don't want
it's comedy, right?
Yeah.
Comedy.
Satire, right?
Yeah, we got freedom of speech.
Satire.
Okay. All right. It's free. It's free. It's free till you say it. Then they send you an invoice. Remember that?
Yeah. Ben Crump, I might need you too, man. Come on now.
Shit.
Will be investigated.
Chat, hit like and subscribe. I'ma need it, chat.
Hey, I don't have enough.
Here we go, y'all.
Thank you so much, Mentor. Reverend Allen, thank you for helping not only lead the effort to get to the truth, but keeping this family in your prayers as you have done so many more families giving them support. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Eric Hertz, Attorney Lisa Park, Attorney Ahmad Smith. We have the honor of representing the family of Nolan Wells. Obviously, you all have come to know his parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley. And this is hard. I heard Congresswoman Macbeth, who lost her son Jordan almost 12 years ago, and it's still raw and emotional when you hear her talk about the loss of a child. I mean, he's not coming back, and that is the story. Everything else is just, hyperbole, is distractions. The story is what happened to Nolan Wells. Somebody knows something. Somebody saw something. I'm thankful to Reverend Al Sharpton and Mr. Tyler Perry and Terrell Owens and Byron Allen putting up these rewards. I understand others have now put up rewards, and that's good because that means we all have the same objective. We want the truth about what happened to Nolan Wells, and it is urgent. It is urgent because each day that goes by, you worry, will we ever get to the truth? And so that's why we want to thank CBC for calling on the federal authorities and anybody else who has resources to help this family get to the truth of what happened to their son. I know I was talking to Christian Clark, and she said, no, let's make sure that all taxpayers' money that goes to support federal resources apply to our children too. I mean, let's say that nobody should say, oh, it doesn't matter that much because it's a black child. No, it matters. All of our children matter. And so we are going to continue every day to say his name, Attorney Hertz, Attorney Park, Attorney Smith, trying to work with the local district attorney to give them what they need to do a thorough, fair, full, impartial investigation. That's what we're asking for. Everything else is just a distraction because Nolan's birthday is next Wednesday, August 19th. It is going to be extremely...
Hey, man, look at how the mother's faces break it. Like, both of them, Elmore and her, like, they just upset, man. Like, this is getting progressively worse every week. Y'all can't see that there's something real going on with this family?
Yeah.
This is terrible, man. Her
I've
heart's
been
breaking
watching her on
as he's
TikTok.
talking.
She's trying to hold it together.
Like, do y'all have any idea what this amount of trauma will do to a woman? She will never be the same.
Oh,
Never.
for sure.
Not even close. She would probably think about this every day for the rest of her life. She'll never be the same. And y'all in this chat talking crazy about her, not looking at the pain that's on her face. She just wants to know what happened to her son. She doesn't care about all the other stuff. She said leave the boys alone. She been said that. You know what? Let's just keep going.
difficult for his mother, his father, his family. Because this August 19th will be like no other that they've ever had for the last 19 years. I mean, it's a milestone when your child gets to be 18 years old. You try to breathe a little easier, Reverend. Now you say, man, we almost got them there. They're at the cusp of being an adult, cusp of manhood. And you heard how Elmore was working so hard, him and Nolan, his football career. I mean, he had a good start, but this was really going to be his year. I mean, so much hope, so much promise. And then July 4th came, and 4th of July will never be the same to Christine.
She'll never celebrate it again. No. She will never celebrate it again. Not would never be the same. She will never celebrate it again. She'll probably sleep the whole day.
I mean, she black. She should have never been celebrating that shit anyway.
Let them know, class.
Just saying.
Let them know.
In Elmore. And on the 19th, next Wednesday, his family, we're all asking for prayer for Nolan. I know there's going to be a prayer visual in Ocean Springs. I know Reverend Al is going to work to make sure we're all praying all across the nation. But y'all, let's pray. Can we pray together in unity to say, let's get to the truth of what happened to Nolan Wells? Can we do that, America? Can we at least come together in unity on his birthday? Everybody who claimed to ever be a friend of his, can we come together in unity and pray for the truth and try to have love in our hearts for this family, for this broken-hearted mother and father, his sisters and brothers? Can we try to give them grace and give them love and pray for their humanity, for their son who was lost on 4th of July and is never coming back? Is that so much to ask? Let's have a National Day of Prayer on August 19th, next Wednesday, for Nolan Wells. And at this time, we hear from his...
You know, that's one thing that he said that I don't really agree with. A National Day of Prayer is not going to do anything for this case. Absolutely nothing. It's not going to do anything. I'm not telling y'all not to pray if you're prayers. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that this is a human problem, and a deity is not going to put his finger in it. It's just not going to happen. If that was the case, then most of the stuff that happened wouldn't have happened. It's time that we learn as a people, and I'm talking to the people that call themselves believers in a higher power. It's time that we learn that we have responsibility for human affairs. No more reaching out to Sky Daddy, as some people call him. No more doing that when we can affect it ourselves. It's despicable.
I agree.
We're going to hear from the mother of Nolan Wells, and probably, I don't know if Elmore speaks, but he hasn't said too much lately. And I think one of the reasons why he hasn't spoken too much is, let's just keep it real. In private, or even in these types of spaces, unless you're doing a show like this one, most men are not that talkative.
Facts.
And I don't blame him.
I mean, the shit he probably want to say, it ain't gonna help.
He's probably been advised not to say it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna help nothing. It ain't gonna help nothing.
Mother and father, then Eric and us will try to answer your questions.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for having us, for platforming our son's story. As many of you know, his 19th birthday is next Wednesday. And it's, as the days gets closer, it's definitely getting harder. That realization is really sinking in. That we don't have our son physically here anymore. And I think a lot of people have forgotten. Only thing we want to know is what happened. That's all we want to know, is what happened to our son. Because many parents out there, you still have your children. You still can hug them. You still can call them. You still can celebrate their life with them. And we do not have that anymore. Our lives have forever changed. This new normal is something I would never wish on anyone, not even my worst enemy. The hurt that we feel daily, the conversations that we have to have, not just with each other, but also with our other children as they are grieving as well. So we ask that everyone, please, next Wednesday, join us in prayer. As for us as a family, but also too for everyone out there, but especially for Nolan and the process that we're going through. And again, we thank you so much.
Yes, pause it real quick. Let's dispel this right now. I just looked into it for myself. I keep hearing mixed reviews on this. Christine and Elmore Wansley, based on the information I'm able to find without digging into a thorough background check, they are Nolan's biological parents. Elmore Wansley and Christine Wansley made a decision for Nolan to carry Christine's surname, to carry on the Wells name, because allegedly he is related to the great Ida B. Wells.
Yep.
And so those are his biological parents. Based on everything I can find, those are his biological parents. I've heard people come up with some wild stuff like she got 6 kids total, 2 without him, 2 with him, some other.
No, they're married. Those are their children.
I haven't heard nothing different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Their children.
People keep saying he's a stepfather. That is his child. Nolan, yes. So again, I get it. The grieving mother angle is a one that, everyone has the warmest heart for. We get it. You know what I'm saying? We see how much stuff is still on the shelf on Father's Day. Like, we get it. Elmore matters too. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's not. And I know he's not talking as much, but I just wanted to dispel that because I see it going on in the chat today, and it's been going on in the chat every day. Those are his biological parents. Until they come out and say otherwise, the information that's available on AI, Google, In Too Deep, I'm sure you looked into this, Are you finding the same thing? Are they his parents?
I can't find the stepfather angle.
There is no stepfather.
Right.
Elmore is his biological father.
Yes.
Look, from everything that we know, the only reason why his last name was Wells is because that was the end of the line for that particular line of Wells. This happens all the time, people. This is not nothing new. And it happens more in the black community than any other community because we understand the significance of having a name. Considering that at one point in time in this country, if you were a brown black person, they took your name from you. So in this case, they want to make sure that that name carries on. And I don't blame them for that. That was a great decision to honor the great Ida B. Wells. We actually have a lot of things named after Ida B. Wells in Chicago, including an entire road and highway. So there's a school. There's a lot of things. You want to be able to keep that up. And obviously Elmore didn't have any problem with it. And I don't think he would have.
Yeah.
Why would you?
And if you understand the history of Ida B. Wells in Mississippi, then you could look a little deeper and say that maybe he was targeted because of his lineage, because of his bloodline, and because of what Mississippi was unable to complete with Ida B. Wells, but they damn sure tried. So if y'all just go back again, this case should make everybody do a little bit more of a history lesson on the United States of America, if nothing else. Sorry to disrupt it, Tez. No,
that was perfect. I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Tez, as a man who has it, all three of us, as a matter of fact, all three of us, me, you, and Deep, all three of us have had or have an amazing relationship with our fathers.
Yes.
As well as our mothers. So I'm not taking nothing away from Christine. I'm just adding Elmore. People are treating his dad like an afterthought, and this ain't about them. It's about getting answers for them. But we have to remember that there's a them. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Christine. There's a family over there hurting, and Nolan had siblings, and they're hurting too, and they're hurting too. Yes. So I just want to.
He was the glue of his siblings. I'm the oldest of a bunch of kids. I ain't gonna tell y'all exactly how many. Y'all need to ask my mom about that. Maybe she'll come back on here and talk about it again. But the funniest thing about that is they all ask the same question of our family. Who's left? This one's dad. We all have the same father. All 7 of us. We have the same father. One of us has a different last name for a reason. I'm not going to tell you what that reason is because of that. I'm not going to have y'all searching my brother up. But one of us has a different last name. All of us have the same dad. We all grew up in the same family in the same house. And this is the type of stuff that we got all the time growing up. Just like y'all be hung up on stuff, and y'all know who y'all are. You be hung up on stuff that we don't care about and we don't think about. You took our names. You took us from our homes. You burned down our homes. You bombed them. You did all of these things. You put flaming crosses, which is supposed to be some type of weird religious symbol, I guess, in people's yards. You hung them from trees, and here we are in 2026. I gave you a short history, Mr. Canadian, of a lot of the crazy stuff that happened south of your border. Let's not act like some of that stuff didn't happen up there either. I know about those Saskatchewan nights.
Well, we gotta the people who are getting information from us, we gotta take it light on them because Tez, we know like the history they taught all of us in school. It wasn't it. So if you didn't, no, we not even. No, that's a bot. That's a bot.
Yep.
It's clear too. But that's not even a person. We not beefing with bots. But the history that they taught us in school it's not even close to enough or accurate enough. So if you didn't, do your due diligence as a young adult or a full-grown adult, then you'd be shocked at what percentage of people are watching us that are gaining education from this or that are hitting their Google while watching this. Like, damn, Ida B. Wells, wait, hold on. Ida B. Wells got history of Mississippi. Wait, hold on. Nolan was related to Ida B. Wells. Wait, hold on. There's people right now going down the rabbit hole with us providing them this information. So this is good. But sorry to interrupt the parents speaking. I just had to. Yeah, it's just it does something to me because like I know how much my dad mattered to me. You feel me? Like my mom too, but my dad.
Apologies, Miss Canadian.
So
yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
I have this one thing to say.
Go ahead, Deep.
Regardless of biologic relation.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped up and he trained that kid regardless,
Yeah.
on and off the field. So for people who have a problem with stepfathers who actually did something for their child, he claimed him regardless.
Yeah.
And he spent the time out there doing what not too many fathers in our community is doing to get that kid to the next level.
Yeah.
So as a person who's done that several times to several kids, I am their father, regardless of what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I spent my time out there on the football field coaching other people's kids, whatever. Don't matter to me. But who do they call when they need advice? Me. Who do they reach out when they need help? Me.
As I always say, dude, I'm daddy. I don't care what they talking about. I don't care what they talking about.
You call me simp all you want. You can call me whatever. But all I can tell you is this. When they get on the football field, when they get their accolades and graduate from high school, because of the stuff I taught them, that comes back to me. Regardless, I don't need the credit. I do it because I care.
That they would rather focus on things that don't matter. First of all, Elmore is married to Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Elmore has raised every child that has come from her womb. And
Facts.
There is no evidence that Elmore is not the biological father for all of those children. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Making up stuff means nothing to me.
None of it.
Yeah, Carol said y'all contradicting each other. No, In Too Deep is adding to what we're saying. Elmore is the biological father of Nolan Xavier Wells, and Christine is his biological mother. What In Too Deep is saying is that even if he weren't his biological father, if he took on that role and raised him, that's his dad. So his grieving is not nullified by a lack of DNA. Right. So that's so In Too Deep is saying even if that were the case, it's still a moot point to make. But he is his biological dad. So we're not contradicting each other. He was adding he was adding a caveat. Yeah. So
not to mention your father is who raised you.
Right. Who was there?
Yeah.
And but let's not talk about Warren's mom or stepmom, right?
Ooh.
There it is. That's
Here we go.
Yep.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who's constantly keeping our son's story in the forefront. You don't know how much we really appreciate that.
Elmore is still wearing the suit that he wore at the funeral.
You don't need
tell
one
something.
suit. You don't
Should
need
tell y'all something. Oh man, this is breaking my stone cold heart.
Facts.
Into a million stone cold pieces, jagged, to throw, and put nicks and cuts all over the people who are making this lady feel this way.
Nolan brought light to our family. He was the fun in it. And with his birthday coming up, like my wife said, we have to deal with a new normal. Who knows what these years are going to bring, but we know that these years on August 19th is going to bring a lot of hurt, some laughter as we think about memories, but as far as our family, a very big piece will no longer be there. We just want the truth.
So, are we going to penalize, even if, this is bothering me, bro, even if he was a stepfather, there is zero indication here that this is not his family. He is married. He is successful. So is she. The kids are successful. No criminal records. And y'all still got something to say about them. Making up lies. I just want to be black in peace.
Hey, I don't even want to. The people who are like bringing that up, it's just a distraction tactic anyway. I just wanted to express the meaningfulness that both of these parents are hurting, because I understand that they're going to shine the light on Christine for obvious like media reasons and things like that. But both parents are hurting regardless of whatever titles or roles y'all like. When Nipsey Hussle died, I cried like a kid. So, and I never met Nipsey a day in my life. So you can feel something from a million miles away. You don't like, what are we talking about for real? He's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. I cried when Kobe died. I cried when Kobe died. I remember where I was. I remember where I was, what I was doing, what I was eating, who I was with when I found out Kobe died.
I couldn't watch basketball for months.
Come on, man. So like all it is just it's ridiculous. It's not even worth talking about. These people are torn to pieces. When we start measuring who gets to grieve and who don't, who gets to feel and who don't, whose feelings we're gonna emphasize and whose feelings we're gonna diminish, like how sick and disgusting do we gotta get with this shit? It's repulsive.
It is. It's disgusting. The denigration of a black person in this country is disgusting. That's what it is. We can't do nothing without somebody having something crazy to say about us that isn't true. Can't do nothing.
I just want to know what any other parent would want to know. We're asking the questions any parent would ask. And if you feel that something's wrong with that, then that's a problem that you have to deal with. But as far as us and our family, we're just asking for truth, transparency, and to please keep us in your prayers. Next week is going to be a hard week, and the years follow are going to be hard. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian and Elmore.
Man, one thing that I will say, mind you, the show is not even close to being done tonight. One thing that I'll say about this is that if I'm looking for truth in everything that I have going on in my life, in my family's life, in the life of the people that I care about, one of the number one things that would make me so mad is somebody spread misinformation about me, my family, my children, for no reason other than just being malicious. And let's face the facts here. It isn't just being malicious. They're black, and you don't like it. And I see the stuff that people are saying all over the internet. I see what people are saying in the chat tonight. I've been ignoring most of it because we do have mods, and the mods will take care of business on y'all ass. They will.
Yeah. We shoot.
We already addressed this. We're not going to address it again. Just watch the show and you'll find out why. We have more coming up. Always more. Classic, you want to hit some chats real quick? Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, we could do that. Let me scroll up a little bit. Too Tight said, open up y'all attention span. Just listen carefully when the brothers speak big facts. Lapalstein said, it's a sad affair, totally. Tori said, some of you guys are goofy. She just wants to know what happened to their son. Yep. Juicy J said, those sick boys attacking her for what? Why? Give her peace. Maintenance Daily said, parents cashing in on a child they didn't even raise. Interesting. Let's see. The mother gave up the 3 children early on. Do your research. If she gave up all her kids, is she still not entitled to pain? You see what I'm saying? Like, listen to your measure yourself. Measure yourself. What is this? Carol, you have the nerve to have the word heart in your name. Measure yourself. I'm gonna let you deal with yourself. Go get in the mirror. Network said, stepfather or not, that's nothing more than a distraction. Anytime that I see projection or deflection, it always equals deception. Absolutely. Let's see. Crystal said, at Classic, yeah, I was real hurt about Nipsey and Dolph. Yeah, likewise. I remember where I was in both situations. Amanda said, are we live? Classic, check your email. I just responded to you. Too Tight said, I definitely hear the pain in that man's voice. Yeah, he tore up. Steven said, or Steven and Who is this? Stephen Atkins said Nolan's parents won't turn over his phone so the police department can dig into it and get to the bottom of it. They aren't looking for truth. They're looking for money. Right. We know.
Well, Nolan's phone. Yeah, I'll let you finish, and then we'll go ahead.
You finna feed that beast because that's what he want.
No.
That's a clear gaslight.
We got something. We got something queued up already.
Gotcha. Original Bean, last one. The algorithm intentionally promotes the channels that create. The algorithms intentionally promote the channels that create. The algorithm intentionally promotes the channels that hype throwing shade and misinformation intentionally. Okay. You must have been like doing voice to text or something like that. And then last one, if those parents didn't raise him, but all those guys are his best friends, and they said they know his parents, we don't have to. They some of these are bots. Bother. Yeah, some of these are bots, and some of these are just people who trying to kick shit off. I told Ted start putting his chat on subscriber only. That's what I've been on. Shit been a lot cleaner around here.
Nolan Wells.
Trolls thick, man.
We have on the Nolan Wells case, hot on the Nolan Wells case, we have Nancy Grace, who has taken it personally, and Trent Out Loud, who has decided to also team up and bring their voice into this. So let's talk about it. Let's go ahead. Trent's got all the files. Nolan Wells' phone and throat are being withheld. Why?
Nolan Wells' phone is being held back and kept away from Mississippi police, authorities, and the DA. But the Mississippi DA seems to be holding back Nolan's throat from Dr. Roger Mitchell, the doctor doing the independent autopsy. This might be a cat and mouse game. It looks like they're playing tit for tat. Also, thanks to Nancy Grace, we finally have an answer to a question I've been asking almost every day on this channel, and that is if the alleged picture or video of the boat is real. Y'all remember the picture/video we got from Officer Dingbat? Former Officer Dingbat. Also, TMZ thinks they're slick sending Charles, the token black guy, over to Don Lemon to backpedal and to try to save TMZ from being blacklisted. And ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Thanks to the Congressional Black Caucus, the FBI has officially been put on notice to review the Nolan Xavier Wells case. There has been a ton of developments over the past 24 hours in the Nolan Xavier Wells case. Sit back, relax. I'll tell you everything you need to know, and then I'll hand it off to you, the out louders. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. The Congressional Black Caucus.
First of all, thanks Trent Out Loud for providing us a breakdown of some videos, so I didn't have to do it myself. I appreciate that greatly. A lot of what he's going to cover tonight is going to span across a couple of different videos and a couple of different channels, actually like 5 or 6, but this is why it's helpful for us. So if you guys are wondering, that's how we do things. It's the best way to do things. It's the most efficient way to do things. And then I also have Inspector Classic and In Too Deep here with me too. In Too Deep, Inspector Classic, y'all ready to get down on this?
Let's do it.
Sir.
Take the back chat.
Most definitely. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Kash Patel to launch a federal review of Nolan Wells' passing. I love this. A lot of people have been asking for it, and also a lot of people have been confused about what is going on with the FBI and the federal government. For those of you who don't know, Horn Island, where Nolan was found, is actually federal land, and the FBI has been kind of like tiptoeing around this. Some people think they were involved or not. This puts them officially on notice. Let me show you the letter. More than a month has passed since the tragic disappearance and passing of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells, and his family is still without fundamental answers about what happened to their son. The Congressional Black Caucus stands with the Wells family and joins their call for a full, transparent, independent, and timely investigation into the circumstances surrounding Nolan's disappearance and passing. It is unacceptable that so many questions remain unanswered as the Wells family continues to suffer for what is already an unimaginable loss. Now, the letter goes on. We're just going to cover this from now. I have even said on my channel that I do not trust the FBI and I don't trust their involvement in this, because we all know how things get down with Kash Patel. He takes his marching orders from Donald Trump. And
Dang, I'm not the only one tonight, huh? Nope.
Donald Trump was very active when Nancy Guthrie went missing, but he hasn't said anything since. So he hasn't said anything about this case. So I'm not hopeful. But what I do like about this strategy, and what I would implore you all who are watching this to like as well, because I heard a difference of opinion on this, is the fact that they have been put on notice and it's been official. This will hold a lot of weight if it comes back in Mississippi where, hey, you know, we did our investigation and we have determined that there's no foul play and Nolan drowned. Now the Congressional Black Caucus and Nolan's family could now hold the FBI to a higher standard to say, hey, we asked you before we even got the ruling and you guys didn't do your job. And they could just go on from there. So this is a very, very, very good strategic play on the side of the Congressional Black Caucus, Christine Elmore, and their lawyers. This is very, very good. Now, let's move on to, you know what? Let's go on to TMZ, and then we're going to talk about the phone. We're going to talk about Nolan's throat.
Oh, they all want to talk about the phone. Classic, what's the big deal about this?
So the situation is just, I mean, Ben Crump actually talked about this like 2 weeks ago, but he simply said that they want to do a collaborative forensic examination on the phone. So they have agreed to cooperate with the state of Mississippi to do a forensic, investigation on the device, but they want to do a collaborative investigation where their independent investigators are present as well, and they go through the phone together. So that means whatever information is gathered from the phone, it's gathered for all parties involved simultaneously. Mississippi wants them to just simply hand over the phone. And I believe it, yeah.
In lay terms, the reason that they're not handing over the phone is because they want to be present. They want to have their officials there. They don't want to just give it to a system that they might believe is corrupt.
Right. Guaranteed transparency.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
That's
and they might seal it too after they get it too. So
they
don't have to
seal
do
it. They would seal it.
I mean, they'll treat it like throat structures.
Or the lungs or the stomach.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
And we're going to talk about the interview on Nancy Grace with the young men. We're not calling them boys. Nolan's former friends, the young men, their lawyers. We told you guys about.
Hey, big shout out to Trent Out Loud once again. I really do appreciate people who are objective, and I can already tell from this is only the second time that I've covered anything from Trent Out Loud. I would hazard a guess to say that at least on this, he has been very objective.
Little Eddie yesterday and Tyler. We're going to call him a Little Tyler and Little Eddie. It was a disaster. Nancy Grace completely obliterated them. And we finally got an answer to a question that I've been asking for a long time. And the answer, trust me, is not good for the other side. As you are all very aware, I have been dragging TMZ almost daily for their biased reporting and what I would say is actually just horrible journalism for the things they've been putting out with Nolan Xavier Wells. We have documented that on this channel and all of my socials, and I've gotten a lot of support from other content creators when it comes to that. Now, we now are seeing that pressure get to TMZ because Charles over here was sent over to the Don Lemon show, and you're going to see for the first time TMZ is backtracking on their statements when it.
Hey, what does Charles and Tristan have in common? Only one thing that I can think of.
Comes to the young men, Nolan's former friends, and TMZ's stand. You're going to hear Charles say that he thinks they are acting weird.
The friends are on a PR, PR blitz to change public opinion because they believe that they in the court of public opinion they're not doing so well.
I think it's weird, and now they've got this lawyer, and they're sitting down and doing interviews. It's weird to me. People
Because
are going to
nobody
say
does
things on the
that.
internet. Why does that rise to the level of you need an attorney to now sit down and do interviews to publicize yourself, to try and change the court of public opinion? Why do you care about a court of public opinion?
TMZ is caving to the pressure, and now they want to come over on this side. Nah, bro.
Do you think that TMZ might know something that we don't?
No, they know exactly what we know. They're getting ready for a fight. The writing is all over the wall. Everybody not grabbing lawyers, grabbing new lawyers, grabbing extra lawyers, retaining lawyers, putting money on the books with the lawyers just because nothing's coming. They're all aware that SETO call is verifiable, and they know that SETO call, if nothing else, which there is plenty more, but the SETO call, if nothing else, is going to bring about indictments. And everybody's getting ready to fight. And from what I can see long range, and this is all alleged, this is my perspective, but from what I can see long range is there's already infighting. I told you guys this was going to happen. Yeah. When you have this many people involved in a cover-up, there's somebody who didn't put their hands on Nolan Wells and simply just knows too much, who stands to be looking at 15, 20 years in jail. Who wants to sit for 15, 20 years and literally didn't physically do shit? Nobody. Not me. Man, you telling me I can get paid for telling too? Man, sound like a sweet deal. No jail, immunity, and some cash. Man, who do I call? Who do I call?
Don't worry, Crystal Bush.
Yeah.
We got something for that later on in the show.
Yeah.
Don't worry. See, this chat is so smart. Both chat 333 and the ones y'all are in here, the smartest of the smart. I don't know if that's a product of listening to us all the time, or if y'all are just intelligent and great minds think alike. But yes, we have something for Damn It Bart later on in the show. It'll probably be one of the last things we cover tonight. We're going to cover this first.
Oh, you picked a side. Stay over there, homie. Y'all think you were slick sending the black guy to a black YouTuber, Don Lemon, and you thought we were going to forgive everything that you said for the past month? No, it didn't work when you sent former Officer Tatum, and it's not going to work now when you're sending Charles. All right, so let's keep score. Officer Tatum's 3-4 interviews, not moving the needle. Nobody's feeling sorry for you. You're sending out Charles to Don Lemon, that's not working. Okay, now let's see what the two lawyers are going to do. You guys went to Nancy Grace? No, that was your first mistake.
That's facts.
You'll see pictured right here beside me. Nancy, little Eddie, still wearing the Carl Cox hat. And then you also see Tyler, which now we're going to call him Little Tyler. Okay. Now, Nancy starts off this interview.
Hey, class, do you know this guy personally?
Who?
Trent Out Loud?
No, I don't. Why?
I've been watching him. He's funny.
He's got a lot of your jokes.
We probably watch each other. I watch him too.
Yeah. Hey, Trent, if you're watching us, hit us up, man. Send an email. We would love to have you. This is too good.
Yeah.
He said, Little Tyler. Little Tyler.
Hot. Nancy asked these two lawyers, who, once again, are the lawyers who are representing Morgan, Jax, and Warren, the same three boys that interviewed, that former Officer Tatum interviewed just yesterday. We played that for you. Now, Nancy says, has these boys taken a polygraph? Now, I edited this out because it was blah, 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 a million excuses, all to get to, no, they haven't.
Joining us tonight, Tyler Cox, the lawyer for several of the young men with the law firm Taylor and Cox, him being the Cox.
I'm not even going to touch that, Nancy.
Hey.
One thing that I have seen to be very prevalent, and this goes back to the beginning of the show, the pictures that Nolan's mother and father have released to the public, they don't look like some of the pictures that the guys leaked to the public. Do they? No, they don't. It's almost like Nolan was a completely different person in their eyes. You know what? Let's just go.
Also with us, another veteran trial lawyer, Edward Pulsick, attorney for the boys as well. Have your clients taken polygraphs?
Nancy, my clients have not taken a polygraph test. And I can tell you why. Because
no, they haven't. Okay, before I play the next clip for you, I want to know if you guys caught something in the background of where Tyler was.
Now, this part freaked me out a little bit because this doesn't make any sense as to why this happens. This could not be a coincidence. There's too many things going on for this to be a coincidence. Y'all, let me know if y'all see it too.
Was sitting, the guy without the cap. If you didn't catch something, I'm going to put up a picture here for you right now and see if you notice something in the background. Look for a bottle. Okay. You see that?
This is Nightcap. And on Nightcap, I like to ask, what's in your cup? What's in your cup? Deep?
Mine was coffee because I've been up since 3 this morning.
Yes. Classic, what you got in your cup?
Water.
I have.
Gotta go to that gym.
I have an ice cold cup of water in my hand. I have a long trip that I'm going to take soon. I need to make sure that I'm hydrated. This is a bottle of Verdict. It's not a very common alcohol. And that's all I'm going to say about this.
Bottle of Verdict. Where have you seen that bottle before? Let me put up another picture of former Officer Tatum. You see that bottle in the background? Let me explain to you what that is. That is a paid sponsorship. You see in Officer Tatum's picture up in the corner, it said Verdict. Like that was actually a, they call that a watermark, okay? And the bottle in the background. You know what's going on? Officer Tatum and his team work with Verdict to sponsor the former Officer Tatum's YouTube show or podcast, whatever you want to call it. And now Verdict is going out and saying, hey, when you guys are going on talk, we want to pay you for sponsorship. So
is that just a coincidence too?
No.
Why would a lawyer who isn't a content creator have a paid sponsorship with a liquor company?
Product placement. It's they do it all the time in the entertainment system. Or
so is he an entertainer now and not a lawyer?
I'm not saying that. I'm just
he owns
saying
a law firm.
We can go deeper than that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, it puts these people in cahoots, right? There's a conflict of interest. If Brandon Tatum is not representing these children, but simply a content creator who is pandering on their behalf, and he has a brand deal with the representation of the children. I mean, he has a brand deal with the same company that has a brand deal with the lawyer of one of the children, one or more of the children. There has to be some type of tied in conflict of interest. If not, it at least proves Brandon Tatum's biases. If
have
anybody,
you ever had a sponsor,
if any, and not to that, not in content creation, no. But so I've been sponsored, but not to that degree.
Yeah. I have been sponsored. I am currently sponsored. Several brands, as you're well aware of, one of the Pashmina companies, Evolve Chicago sponsors me, as well as a couple of other organizations that sponsor me as well, lifestyle products. I'm not going to call them all out. You know, they don't sponsor me for this per se, but one of the things about having a brand partnership is supporting the other brand partners,
right?
In whatever they're doing, socially, visibly. Mm-hmm. You must be seen supporting them. That is part of the sponsorship deal. This is why a lot of athletes will get to the Gatorade table and put Gatorade under the table because they're not sponsored by Gatorade. This is why they'll do that. In this case, I don't know why a lawyer with a law firm would be sponsored by the same company as a content creator across the country, on the other side of the country. It's coincidentally. Okay.
Tyler, little Tyler, the lawyer who's supposed to be defending these boys, is now taking sponsorship from Verdict. Does this look like lawyers who care? Now, we already totally told you everything about Little Eddie yesterday and how he is Donald Trump's former lawyer and how he works with TMZ, with Ashley Janae, Joel McCann, et cetera, et cetera. We already let you know the type of guy he is. Now we know who little Tyler is. Taking sponsorship dollars to go on Nancy Grace to defend his clients. These are the type of people who we're working with. Okay, now let's move on to the second clip. And Nancy asks little Eddie, how little Eddie got involved in the case. And you're going to hear the blatant. Now, a more clever lawyer would try to like kind of beat around the bush, but not become so evident. Or so obvious. Listen to little Eddie's response.
Edward, how did you get involved in this case?
Well, I'd rather not talk about that. I can just tell you this. I can tell you that it was through a friend of a friend.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding me.
You see his little smirk there? This is why I do not like this guy. Okay. Let's move on to what I thought was a very, very key part of the interview. Nancy brings up the two alleged witnesses that I am very suspicious of, because we only heard about these two witnesses that claim they saw Nolan on the island at 6 p.m. We only heard about these two witnesses once Jeanette Brantley cleaned up the audio and enhanced the audio from the SETO call, and everybody thought that Nolan was on the boat. That same day or the next day, ABC comes out and says, we have two eyewitnesses. Very, very suspicious. On a case that everything is supposed to be sealed, we don't get any information, but now we hear about two witnesses as soon as we hear the SETO call, because they wanted to quiet down the temperature. So that already has me like, So Nancy asked about these two alleged witnesses, and Nancy completely tore them apart here. Nancy says, listen, I am a trial attorney, and I know what to do with key witnesses and when I put them up on the stand. And Nancy highlighted things that she would say in front of a jury if the prosecution wanted to bring key eyewitnesses. Nancy says, first of all, do these two eyewitnesses, do they?
Don't let them hear what Nancy say yet. Please do me a solid. I know some people think it's taboo to do so. We don't. We're not too proud to ask, not beg. But if you are not here hate watching, hit the like button from wherever you're watching from. Just go ahead and take a second, hit the like button. It's completely free, and that's all we asking for. Nobody's dry begging for cash apps. Nobody's dry begging for super chats. We just simply ask that you hit the like button for us for free. If you're not hate watching, if you hate watching, we don't expect anything from you. Now back to what Nancy said.
Most definitely.
No, Nolan, because how are they able to identify? Do they know him? How long have they known him for? Then she would ask, how far away were you to identify Nolan? Were you 10 feet away? Were you right up front? Were you having a conversation? Were you 50 feet away? And she says, by the way, this is in the law books, that these are things that are legally allowed to ask, okay? Was there sufficient lighting? She said it was 6 p.m. Was it lighting? Was it getting dark? Was it whatever? She also says, what were the conditions? Another key factor is, were they sober? Were they of sound mind and body at that time when they saw Nolan? Now, anybody who you speak to about this 4th of July, what is the one thing everybody says? Everybody was having a good time and drinking. By 6 p.m., these two witnesses, what state of mind were they in? Right. A good lawyer, and trust me, Nolan's family is going to make sure, especially Christine and Elmore, they're going to make sure that they have the best of the best. A good lawyer will tear up these two witnesses on that stand. Did you have anything to drink today? Yeah, boom. You're already done. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Right. Then they go back to distance, glasses, or whatever, etc. Now, here is the answer that little Tyler and I think little Eddie chimes in. Listen to their answer of the two witnesses.
I can confirm to you that these witnesses know Nolan. They've known him for a long time. They were able to make a positive ID, and they told that to investigators. They told them that from the very start.
Had they been drinking?
That I do not know.
What? How are they sure it was 6 o'clock? How do they know it was 6 o'clock? Did they go, oh, there's Nolan Wells at 6 p.m.?
Well, I'm pretty sure, Nancy, they were aware of the time.
Tyler, here's my question to you. Are these witnesses friends of your clients?
I don't think they're friends, and they're not even the same age.
Okay. Next question.
He didn't say no. He didn't say
How
no.
many witnesses?
No. He didn't say no.
Okay, I'm going to train this chat a little bit.
Are they friends of your client?
Are they friends of your client?
Are they friends of your client? I don't think that they're friends. They're not even the same age. Bart ain't the same age. Damn it, Bart ain't the same age.
No, Bart's 3 years older than them.
Bart ain't the same age. I'm just saying, like, don't say they're not friends because they're not the same age. Bart ain't the same age.
I want you guys to look at what happens during the breakdown as this starts to deteriorate. This goes from an interview to Q&A to an interrogation. Nancy is a shark in the water, especially on this case. Anytime you can witness something go from an interview to an interrogation, it's because she has picked up on behavior that looks, feels, or sounds guilty. Disingenuous behavior is a reason to go into interrogative mode or interrogative. Whoever wants to say it that way, it does not matter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Colloquialisms. Tomato, tomato.
Place him there on the island at 6-ish.
At least 2 that I know.
2.
That I know.
Did the witnesses know each
Qualifying
other?
statement.
Yes.
Were they together that day?
Yes.
Notice in that clip, Nancy asks, does these 2 witnesses know your clients? Do they know Morgan, Jax, or Warren? And they say,
I don't think they're friends, and they're not even the same age.
You notice how there's no direct answer there, and then he just went to age? Okay. Also, a thing that I would have loved Nancy to ask is, haven't we heard of thousands of people on the island? If there was thousands of people on this island, and let's just say there's even a little less by 6 o'clock, how come only 2 people saw Nolan? Like we hear like there's no trees, there's no obstruction, it's just one big open area. You're telling me on an island with a bunch of white people, there's one black kid there, and you're trying to tell me only 2 people were able to identify and see Nolan on an island with a bunch of people? Very, very suspicious. Okay, now let's move on to a topic that I have been talking about for days on this channel and my socials. The very, very important picture/video that, if true, would exonerate the boys, because this picture/video they claim was taken July the 4th when Warren was on the phone with SETO. And if
Wait. Does this video look like what we heard in the SETO call?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No. The amount of stuff that apparently was in motion on that SETO call, this looks nothing like what the backdrop sounds like from the SETO call at all. Not even remotely close. And I never really covered this too much because it was never validated. Trent Out Loud asked for the metadata directly from Brandon Tatum on air. He could not produce it. Trent Out Loud asked for the metadata from TMZ live on air. They could not produce it. Nancy Grace is going to ask about the data to these lawyers, and they are not going to verify that they have the metadata. If you want to say some evidence is not evidence, this is it. They're trying to dispel the SETO call when it's clearly verifiable. They're trying to dispel the fact that that's Nolan in the background of the video asking for his freaking phone back. They're trying to dispel that when it's verifiable, right? But you can't produce just simple metadata for this image you took. Why? Why?
Precious, you said you're suspicious that this guy has an IQ of less than 85, and for that, you get 86.
Damn.
Night.
It be like that. Bye, Precious. Bye, Felicia.
Nolan was not on that boat, then that exonerates them. Okay.
86.
Nancy asked them the same thing I've been asking them. How do we know when this picture was taken? Do we have a timestamp? Listen to the answer.
I can tell you, look at those photos. Nolan.
I hate his voice. He high right now off some good stuff. Look at his face. Look at his face.
His eyes are moving all around.
The photos.
What?
I said his eyes are moving all around. He's not looking directly into the camera.
That's usually what happens when
Typically,
people don't
won't.
tell the truth.
To me, are very convincing. Let's see the photo they're talking about again. This
Yes,
is
I'm
Officer
glad we
Tatum.
agree about that. I'm
What
glad we
do
agree.
I know what time that was or what day that was? Is there a timestamp? I mean, I take everything with a box of salt. When was that taken? Where was it taken? What time was it taken?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it timestamped?
Nancy, you've been trying this case for over 30 days. The facts are the facts are the facts. These boys had nothing to do with the Nolan Wells.
Okay,
Pause. She asked a question. A question. Do you have the timestamps for the photo? Nancy, you've been covering this case for 30 days. Do you have the timestamps for the photo? The evidence is the evidence. Do you have the timestamps for the photo? Listen, do you have the timestamps for the photo? They playing in our face like we stupid. That's what this is. In the words of Dr. Umar. That's what this is. That's all I'm saying. My bad, Tez. Sorry.
You got hey, I ain't stopping you. I'm just saying, anytime you do not answer a question directly, it's because you do not want to incriminate yourself or your clients. This is a fact. This is a investigative tool that is used by lawyers. And like I said last night, why are we using the language of litigation if there's no foul play?
Right.
Why are we using the language of litigation? I cannot confirm or deny. That's litigation language.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not made aware. That's litigation language. That's on the witness stand language. Okay. Y'all want to keep playing this game? Let's go. Nancy, give it to him.
Time was it taken?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it timestamped?
Nancy, you've been trying this case for over 30 days. The facts are the facts are the facts. These boys had nothing to do with the Nolan Wells.
Okay, when was the timestamp on that video?
Nancy, I'm going to answer it this way. There is no evidence that ties Warren, Morgan, or Jax to any crime because they did not commit a crime. They had nothing whatsoever to do. Right.
And
there's
again,
nothing.
was timestamp on that video?
But that's not our burden. See, that's the problem. You're putting this burden on us.
Again, burden of proof. Why are we talking about litigation?
Right.
When there is no charges? They're defending the case. They are being criminal defense lawyers when apparently, from what we've been told, no crime was committed. Are there mitigating circumstances for the litigation? No, there isn't. Yeah. Classic. Do you own a 96 Bentley or Lincoln Continental?
Not right now.
Okay. So it wouldn't behoove me or you for me to ask you questions about what tires they use.
Right.
What type of gearbox is best?
Right.
The oil viscosity.
Right.
Okay, just making sure that if I'm saying something that's irrelevant to what I'm actually talking about, then I must be either hiding something or trying to direct you to another place. Why are they're acting like this is a case and they're defending it in court? I'm surprised one of them didn't yell objection.
Right? There's never been one piece of
you
evidence.
did that to yourself, Paul, when
No,
you
we
said,
didn't.
here's the boat that day and he's not on it.
We
And I'm
didn't do that
saying,
to ourselves.
when was the video
What?
taken? I'm asking you
But we're
again
not-
when the timestamp is on that video. I'm saying,
no,
I want to know to corroborate that video.
I understand that, but that's not a relevant question for your present guest since we didn't make the video. But
It's a relevant question because you put the video out and you were the one that said that he wasn't on the boat. You put the video out, so it is relevant.
I told y'all they're getting these lawyers off Timu. These boys getting their degrees from DeVry. Look, no disrespect to DeVry, but listen, dog, the dude been running since he popped out with the cock hat on. He been running around talking about without a shadow of a doubt what they haven't done. Right? That's what he's been saying. You claim that you have an image that's exoneratory, right? So we're simply asking you to you can get rid of the whole case by you can potentially exonerate them at the grand jury, to where it don't even get to the indictment level if you potentially have the timestamps to validate said image.
Why is he so mad about this?
But here's the thing. This doesn't exonerate them. It could, but it's not going to. The reason why is because there's multiple boats in play. You've given us an image of one boat. There still needs to be a full investigation of whether or not he was on any of the boats.
I would say that you had a point, except for the fact that the same lawyer said that this video was taken at the same time as the SETO call.
Right.
He did. Warren actually said that.
Well,
yeah.
Who was sitting next to Warren?
He corroborated it. Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
But I can tell you this.
Okay. Well, you showed me.
Whoa! Why are you looking up and to the right?
Watch him
up and to the left.
Watch him do the shifty. Watch him get shifty.
He got that sniff twitch.
Yeah.
Hey.
And look at this cheeseburger above him. It's just like.
Yeah, bro got that sniff. He got that sniff twitch.
He looking at him like, dude, stop talking. Dude, stop talking. Dude, stop talking.
Right.
We caught stop talking. I told y'all about the angles of Nancy Grace's eyes and face when she get like this. It's a shark in the water, man.
Yeah.
Video.
She's coming.
And that's why I'm asking.
I can tell you, look at those photos.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is safe to say that picture / video, because I actually think it's actually a live picture. If you notice, they're not even really moving around there. A video, people would be moving, the water would be moving. I think it's safe to say that picture / video was not taken when they claim it was taken. Because as you all know, Officer Tatum told me he was going to send it to me. I have it in my DMs. I showed you guys a bunch of times. He hasn't sent it to me. Harvey on TMZ, when I was on there, he said, yeah, I saw it. Okay, cool. Send it to me. He hasn't sent it to me. And now Nancy Grace has asked these young men's lawyer when the picture / video was taken, where's the timestamps? And they can answer the question. And that is why they are going to hinge their entire case on these two witnesses that we still know nothing about, and that any good defense lawyer could literally rip to shreds. Put me in the courtroom. I will totally destroy these two witnesses and ruin their credibility. And
unfortunately, Trent, you have to have passed the bar in the United States to be able to actually do that, which doesn't really make any sense in my opinion, because citizens should be able to hold other citizens accountable. You shouldn't have to pay $30,000 for somebody to do a job that you can do yourself, but it is what it is.
No jury will take their word. I'll tell you right now. Okay? So this is looking good for our side. Okay? If these are the two lawyers that we got to go up against, yo, you put me in there, man. I could win the case. Okay? Now, talking about cases and talking about the other side, let's move on to something very, very important. Nolan's phone and Nolan's through.
All right, here we go. Since we got all the boogaloos inside the chat that are asking, it's too late for me. They're asking questions about the phone and the throat. Why is this so important? We're gonna find out right now. Before we even let Trent get on with his diatribe, Classic, what do you got to say about the phone and the throat?
Listen. When we get the throat structures, y'all can when we get a chance to look at them throat structures, and we'll sit down and look at them with you. Pathologist Mitchell will sit down with your Mississippi pathologist and go over the throat structures and the lung meat and the stomach meat and everything else we need to look at to complete the autopsy from an independent level. Whatever collaboration needs to be done to complete the autopsy at an independent level, the same collaboration could be done to complete the investigation on the phone device at a state level. Right? Mississippi wants access to the phone. Okay, let's collaborate on it. We want access to them throat structures, to the lungs and all of that. Let's collaborate on it. I mean, if we're all trying to get to the bottom of this thing, I don't see what the issue is, right? But if we aren't, then I can see why there's an issue. So it's fairly simple. They said that they're willing and ready and able to cooperate. I don't understand the desire or the need to go through the phone independent of the independent investigators. Why do you need to do that? Is there something that you would like to do that you wouldn't like anyone to bear witness to? Would you like to, you know what I mean? Or is it your goal to get your hands on the device and put that thing under lock and key to where, you know what I mean? We have to go through a million loopholes to get it back. Like what are you trying to accomplish by leaving out the independent investigators from the examination of the phone? There's been an independent investigation running parallel to your state level investigation this entire time. This isn't new. It isn't anything foreign. It is what it is. So a little bit of cooperation would be nice, right? But since it isn't, then you understand why there's a lack of trust, and you understand why you're not going to look at this phone alone, right? Because we still don't have throat structures.
Right.
We still don't have throat structures. We got redness in the back of the head and no throat structures. And here's the thing for all the people out there that are like, he's round, get over it. There's no proof.
Right.
No, literally, there's no proof.
They won't give it to us.
Right. You can't prove that he drowned. There's no proof that he drowned. And then if there is proof that he drowned, there's no proof of how he drowned. Right. Because drowning could still be homicidal. Right.
What's up, Time?
Drowning could still be manslaughter. Drowning could still, you get what I'm saying? So there's unanswered questions in regards of innocence as well as guilt. You guys are saying there's nothing to prove the kid's guilty. As of right now, there's nothing to prove them innocent. Well, technically you're innocent until proven guilty. No. There's a dead body. There's no statute of limitations on this.
Exactly.
You guys are trying to slow us down from asking questions because you know we could literally ask questions forever. There's no statute of limitations on a body. We can investigate this for 20 more years. You can go to jail at 40 for this shit. Warren or whoever did it. Warren, Bart, whoever, anybody who did anything, if anything was done, right? I want to make sure that this is all alleged, right? If anybody did anything, Warren, Wyatt, Bart, Mason, Jax, Eli, the girls, I'm not ruling out the girls. Anybody who did anything, anybody who assisted in the cover-up, all of you will be culpable if the darkness ever comes to light, ever. That's the thing about homicide or murder. If it's deemed that, there is no statute of limitations. There is no, we put that behind us. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We can ask questions on this for the next 3 decades. This case can haunt you. Tupac's case is being reopened or has been reopened.
They're trying it right now.
There is no, do you understand? There is no off the hook. Y'all think Warren looking skinny now? His ribs gonna be touching because we gonna keep asking questions, bruh. We're not going to stop. None of us. It's not. There is a army of content creators. This is the new march. I said it the other day. This is the new march. We're not going to get together and let y'all hose us and sick dogs on us and hit us with batons and unlawfully arrest us or harass people going in and out across state lines because they're coming in to peacefully protest. We're not going through all that no more. This is the new march. This is as peaceful as it gets. We're going to keep our foots firmly upon you guys' necks until the truth is unveiled. And we are going to ask so many questions because here's the problem that they're running into. They can't prove the story. So that means that this will be open-ended and we will be able to ask questions and questions and questions and questions until we get closer to somebody looking completely guilty. Do you understand that the walls are closing in? You can't prove your story. The story that you came up with, you can't prove. You said he stayed back with a girl who completely has gone against that. He didn't stay back with us.
And she didn't lawyer up.
And her family is going against it. And you're right. She didn't lawyer up either. She like, I don't need to lawyer up. I ain't do shit. Moving innocent as hell. So what I'm saying is, since you can't prove your story, we are going to be able to put a diamond in one full court press on this shit until the actual truth comes out. Somebody, matter of fact, I'm willing to bet if something happened to Nolan, there are multiple people whose hands don't physically have blood on them. They didn't touch Nolan, right? But they know everything. Those people don't want to do 10. They don't want to do 10 years for that. They don't want to do 15 years for that. They don't want to do 20 years for that. There's women involved. We know what that is. Estrogen, emotions. Are you guys sure? Are you guys sure? Just stay quiet. Trust us. Trust us. What do you mean trust us? This is crazy. I saw a content creator the other day. You think they're not scrambling in Mississippi? They absolutely are. All of this is evidence of scrambling. Do you understand that for an innocent person or even a person with a clean cut cover up, silence is their best friend? If their alibis and their cover-up was executed as well as they thought that it was, Warren would have never sat down with Officer Tatum ever. Trayston would have never sat down with Tatum ever. None of this talking would be happening. They would go mute. But because their cover-up is so ass, because the SETO call is validated, because we have a reason to believe that that was Nolan Wells asking for his phone back, because we know that there was a pool party, because we know that the boat that was allegedly fucked up went on a bunch of joy rides after it had all these mechanical issues, because nothing adds the fuck up, and you can't prove your alibis, and you can't prove that nothing egregious happened to Nolan Wells, we will be able to press this line until the levees break. And they know it. And that's why they're moving how they're moving. Silence is your best friend if you got a clean-cut alibi and a clean-cut cover-up and a clean-cut system. You will be the fuck quiet.
Right.
And they are talking a lot. So they're
Way
trying to try the case for whoever the jury is going to end up being, because they know they're about to have to fight. If Mississippi had an autopsy that clearly looked like a drowning, they would have put that shit on a billboard.
Thank Aries One. Thank you.
They would have put it on a digital billboard if they had proof that all he did was drown accidentally. They would have put it on a digital billboard where it changed and flash in colors and glow in the dark. But they didn't do that, did they?
Nope.
They withheld shit. Pertinent shit.
Still withholding.
Why?
Still withholding.
Why though? Why? And you're going to have to produce them throat structures. And when we find out that something is broken, fractured, you know what I'm saying, punctured, squeezed, when we find that information out,
Bruised.
it's handcuffs. It's handcuffs. It's handcuffs. And now you're going to have to answer some pressing questions.
I also feel as if they're only delaying the inevitable.
That man, they know they finna have to fight. They are getting ready to fight. Why do you think they're trying to get out in front of it? They are trying to influence a jury before this becomes an official criminal investigation. Right now, influencing the public is not illegal yet. When it becomes an official criminal investigation, the type of shit they're doing with Brandon Tatum is going to start becoming contempt. It'll become illegal. They're doing it while they can do it. That's why
they're trying to taint. So I said this yesterday.
Absolutely.
They are trying to intentionally cause a mistrial in the case that they have to go to trial.
Yes.
Right.
And
that is what they're doing.
And that's why they want us to shut up, because they want to say this stuff with their lawyers, and they want for content creators not to show all of the inefficiencies and everything that they're saying. So they're trying to mute us, take over the narrative, and then once it goes to trial, we got the jury in our pocket. No. We're not going to shut up. Trent not going to shut up. Nancy not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. Tez not going to shut up. Who else can we shout out? Everybody that's with us. Everybody that's with us.
I put something to present.
I got you. We'll take a break with this real quick.
It's up. It's up. It's up and it's stuck and it's been stuck up.
On a mother who has lost her child.
Well, and Don, I want to put this out here because I have told Tatum, who I was on News Nation with the first week, let's just have it live. Since you guys want clicks so bad, let's do it live. Let's call versus up. I want a me versus Tatum. See, it's really easy, and I say this respectfully, but it's very easy for him to go back and forth with other commentators, to go back and forth with everybody else. Why don't you talk to me? I'm the only woman in the Ben Crump, and I'm not saying that to flex. I'm just giving facts. I'm the only speaker in the documentary for attorney Benjamin Crump, the only one in civil, Don. Why won't Brandon sit down with me, who actually talked to the family? Sit down with me, that's actually worked the attorney for over 15 years. Let's go line by line by line so that I can debunk, because see, a lot of folks get on and say, well, we don't know. See, I actually do know. I actually do know that when the prosecutor, that lie that they had out yesterday saying that Ben Crump never turned over the phone. See, I actually do know that the letter was given to them that said, give us the date and the time. We will go through the phone.
That's all we're asking for.
Let's stop bullshitting around, Don. Ask Tatum. Let's do it live. Let's not do, he said I can come to his show. I don't want to go to your show. I don't want you in charge of editing. I don't want you in charge of producing. Let's do it live, him and I, and let's go line by line by line, the timeline. I'm in contact with this family. I'm in contact with Attorney Crump. I know Attorney Crump's record through and through like the back of my hand. Let's really talk about it, Don. And these attorneys, who are Trump attorneys, by the way, the lead attorney is Trump attorney that sued CBS on behalf of Donald Trump. Let's let the people go through and decide, do they want to believe Trump's attorneys or do you want to believe Ben Crump? Do you want to believe Brandon Tatum when he says that Ben Crump only defends when white people are involved? Or can I run down to you the last 10, 15 cases where everybody was black, plaintiffs and all, defendants and all? Do you want to believe Brandon Tatum when he says it's only about race? Or do you want to sit down with me so we can go through the 95% of the other cases that have nothing to do with race? See, it's very easy to sit up here and talk, Don, with people that don't have the information. I say that respectfully because I know everybody's doing their best, but I want to come on in the room, Brandon.
Oh, you don't want that much truth, though.
But hold on, cousin, do it here. Do it here, and I'll let you guys talk. If you don't, no live, no editing.
No editing. Officer Teslin from the United States Air Force. Let me look in the camera. Teslin Figueroa, the
What's up, Tez?
security police officer called AKA Defender for the Air Force, is here to serve. Let's do Officer Tez versus Officer Tatum, and let's get to it, and let's do it live, Don. We don't have to worry about no witness and no panel. Let's go through the timeline.
Let's do it twice.
Let's go through what the mama said. Let's go through what the friend said. Let's go through it each and every one. Let's stop talking the ring lights and let's get in the ring.
Backstory. Hey, I feel like somebody just got Tez downed, no pun intended. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, she did her thing.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say it just like this. Brandon was challenged, and if he doesn't come to the front of the classroom and take this L,
he ain't coming to the classroom. He don't want none of that smoke.
He don't want none of that smoke.
You'll
so
see
he should
here
shut
beside me a letter from Nolan Wells' estate lawyers and family, Christine and Elmore.
Oh, John Carroll. Classic. John Carroll says, it's so sad that all these people are getting paid off the traffic death of this young man. Traffic death. She ain't worried about the truth, just like anyone else posting about this crap. So sad. Oh, it's so sad. If I could get you myself, I'm gonna go over Classic page and get you myself. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone, Classic. I wanted to get this one myself. It's so sad that you no longer are allowed to watch the channel. It's so sad. It's so sad. You know, you came in here talking crazy. I hope you work for free every day. I hope you do. I can't even tell where this one is. Where is this
I
one
got
at?
it. You want me to hit him? It's in your chat. It's in your.
It's on mine?
vertical.
Oh, it's on the
Yeah.
vertical. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Oh, I know. I got you. Here you go. Bye, John. I'm gonna double up on you. Another 86. Shut your ass up.
So, like, how do we feel about people that own funeral homes?
They're profiting off a death, Classic.
Wait, I have a question. What is their attorneys doing?
Making money and getting sponsorships from liquor companies.
Oh no, but aren't they crowdfunding?
Lots of
To
money.
pay themselves?
Lots of
To
money.
pay themselves?
Yes, they're crowdfunding. Those two lawyers are crowdfunding so that these guys can afford to pay them. Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Just making sure. Apples to apples, right?
You know what I'm saying.
For his parents. Now, this talks about Nolan's throat and cell phone. Let me give you guys some context. Little Tyler and little Eddie were on a podcast on Sirius XM, and a caller called in and asked about Nolan's cell phone. Little Tyler says, cell phone? Does anybody notice? Have you ever heard anything about the cell phone? The police do not have Nolan's cell phone. That set off a firestorm of where is Nolan's cell phone? Now, for those of you who've been watching this channel daily, we let you know what Benjamin Crump said the day he came out of his meeting with the DA. And he said very, very clearly, he said, we have Nolan's cell phone. We knew that from the beginning. We knew that from when Christine was on Good Morning America. And she said, yo, we have a cell phone. Benjamin Crump said, we would like to go through his cell phone together with you. Benjamin Crump has said 1 billion times, we don't trust you. And they feel like that's a very big key piece of evidence, and we don't want to hand it over.
Again, for the people that just joined, nice to see you in here, or maybe. Classic, why would you want to give a piece of information over to a department?
In good faith, I would do so. But when I can't get my child's throat structures or the examinations of the lungs and the full examination of the stomach that I need to complete an independent autopsy, I'm no longer operating in good faith. I'm operating in practicality and logic. So you guys are playing some strong arm tactics. We just gonna have to arm wrestle then. And it's not my fault, but that's the situation we've arrived in. I'm not gonna do anything against the best interest of finding out the truth for my child if I'm in this situation, right? So it's not about the emotions of Mississippi. Like, why don't you trust us? Who cares, right? This is an investigation that needs to be done thoroughly. And we would like to, have a hover overhead to oversee that, to make sure that it's being all the way thorough. You know what I mean? And I don't see any harm in that, especially again, if Mississippi and the independent investigators have the same intentions, which is to find out the truth and seek justice, right? If they have the same intentions, there shouldn't be any issues here. So I think the issue comes about when the two investigators don't have the same intentions. We know the independent investigator wants to find answers for the Wansleys. That's the job. Find answers for the Wansleys, right? If that involves criminal litigation on the back end, then that's what that is. But the goal is to find answers for the Wansleys, right? And Mississippi is supposed to also want the same thing. They're supposed to want to find exactly what happened to this young man who ended up dead in their jurisdiction. That's what their goal is supposed to be. So if we have the same mission, why is collaboration so difficult in this regard? Right. And so it's because I think that they don't have the same mission, and it's clear. And then Mississippi's history says that to us. And so there will be no turning over the phone. We can look at this together. As Chris Tucker once said, same time, man. I don't know you. Same time.
Not to mention, my question is, if the cell phone was a big deal, why haven't they subpoenaed it?
They don't want to subpoena it. This is
because they would have to.
It's a game that's being played. So the initial agreement was that all of the cell phones would be gone through together.
Exactly.
By both teams.
Exactly.
The Cox team, the team of Cox, that has decided they don't want to do that. They want them to give it over to the Mississippi State Department.
Because wouldn't the boys have to give up their phone too, though?
Yes, they would.
Right.
And they also would have to give it over for examination in a mutual place at a mutual time. Not to sit on somebody's desk, not to get transcripts. They would be going through them together.
Right.
Because that's the quickest way to get it.
Christina Wansley is the executor of Nolan's estate now.
Yes, and as we discussed a couple of days ago, they cannot subpoena it because there have been no charges.
Right.
If there were charges, then they could subpoena it. There has not been any charges. That's why it cannot be subpoenaed. Let's move on.
To you, because we don't trust you. And Ben Crump said, we would like to jointly inspect the phone. So now that everything has been going off, the lawyers put out this official document, and I actually really like that they just put out this official letter. They didn't go to anyone's show. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. They're keeping it very, very official. So they sent this letter to the DA. Now, we'll just skip that first paragraph and get to the cell phone. As the legal team has stated previously, including during our in-person meeting with the Wells family and counsel, we have been and remain ready and willing to cooperate in arranging a joint forensic inspection of Nolan Wells' personal cell phone. Why does the DA want to inspect it by themselves? That's why I like that they're keeping it. Thank you, Benjamin Crump. Thank you, Christine. I always told you this. This channel here, we stand with Christine. Whatever Christine wants to do is that what she does. That's her baby. That's her baby's cell phone. That's her son's cell phone.
So that's all we got for Trent today. Trish saying the exact same thing that we are. We might as well say it ourselves. Produce the throat structures.
Yep.
Produce the lungs, the findings from the lungs. Give us a toxicology report. Give us the contents of Nolan's stomach.
Right.
And give us the completed autopsy, the original autopsy, with Nolan intact. Why haven't they done this? They sent it to the grand jury instead. Now we are under the understanding, not being native Mississippians, that everyone that has this type of case, it all gets sent to the grand jury. Except in this case, it seems as if the grand jury is sitting on their thumbs. Nothing has been sent out. Nothing has been stated. Nothing has been said. We got one report from the grand jury in 40 days. 40 days. And the only thing they said is the findings from the autopsy are completed. They didn't say what they were. They didn't say whether it was good or whether it was bad. Y'all got us for 10 more minutes. We're gonna hit one more thing because we promised it. And that's just about the same type of thing that we're going on right now. There is a issue with Bart Edmonston. You guys want to find out what's going on with Damn It Bart? How do you say that? How do you say that? In too deep?
Damn it, Bart!
There we go.
Reporting live from Members Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba. Damn it, Bart was a phrase that many heard during the audio release of a now infamous SETO call within the story of Nolan Wells. The emergency call that was placed on July 4th would capture a conversation between one of Wells's friends looking to get assistance for his boat after the boat's bilge pump reportedly stopped working, causing the vessel to begin sinking. Now, for many, the initial call was not the only eye-raising thing, but instead it was the chaos that appeared to be recorded in the background right before the caller and the operator would begin to speak. Now, after enhanced audio would be released for further review, many who heard the recording would claim they heard phrases like, "No Nolan," "Wake the F up," and "Is he dead?"
Again, this SETO audio has been determined to be true. Determined to be real, not fabricated. Even the undoctored version, by doctored, I mean taken down, isolated, pitched. Even it's been determined to be exactly the same as the unedited clip. So the question here remains, is this enough for, at the very least, a detaining for questioning? And if it is, why haven't we got it?
This is all just a bunch of BS, man. People get arrested for so significantly less every single day. Like, I'm talking about marginally less, like inexplicably less. We're talking about a person who turned up dead here, and all of a sudden evidence is no longer evidence. Do you know the type of shit people get arrested for, bro? Detained for?
Yeah.
Like the
Walking down the street.
petty trivial shit, bro.
They tried to arrest a guy walking down the street. Remember, I played it last week.
Yeah, Nolan is dead, bro. Like this whole thing about there isn't enough. That is the true grifting. That is people leaning into, you know, the hustling of the eyeballs of the white supremacists. What you think Brandon Tatum is doing? He grifting to the white folks.
Yeah.
The racist white America is who he's grifting to. That's grifting, bro. This what we doing is from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, we covering this, but yeah, if I'm a monetized content creator, this shit puts food on my table. So if I'm going to put this amount of hours into it, I'm going to press my monetization button. But I'm not simply here for monetization. I can talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Monetize my workout in the gym this morning, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just got off.
Code.
I just got off of a stream before this. This is my 4th stream today. I don't have to sit. So the real grifting is Brandon Tatum. The real grifting is why don't they just turn the phone in? You're grifting to racist white America. There is more than enough evidence here to make an arrest. The fact that Nolan's phone was commandeered, potentially just the suspicion of tampering with evidence in a missing persons case is enough for an arrest. We have judges. Carlos Moore, a judge who served for 6.5 years in Mississippi, said that there has been sufficient evidence for an arrest since like the 3rd day of this. The 3rd day. We're on week 5, the 3rd day. This whole conversation about is there enough? It's asinine.
40 days.
I'm not gonna sit here and play like I'm not as smart as I am. It's asinine. I know people who've been in a set of handcuffs for mistaken identity. Our bad. We gonna
what did they tell us growing up?
Go ahead
Guilty
and get
by
up out
association.
of here. Yeah,
guilty by association.
My bad. Go ahead, get up out of here.
You didn't even have to do anything to get arrested. Just
You
guilty
see
by
what I'm
association.
saying, bro? Like,
he doing
come on.
something. and you was with him, he did something, you getting arrested too.
It's not
and here's the other thing that people aren't understanding. There is a law in this country that if you were with somebody when they were in the commission of a murder, then you are also getting charged with the murder. I'm just gonna put that one out there for real quick. Let's go.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and
For those who would hear the audio in that manner, it would suggest that Nolan Wells, whose death still has no known arrest, may have just been seriously harmed or even killed. As mentioned at the top of this report, and no matter what side it seems that people are on, Damn It Bart would be another claimed thing to be heard towards the end of this questionable moment, suggesting that whatever was taking place, Bart was responsible for it.
hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up!
Soon after the background audio would dominate headlines, all eyes began to focus on Wyoming University punter Bart Edmonston Jr., who was later discovered to be a former high school teammate of Wells, as he would be identified as the person who Damn It Bart was directed to. Now, at the top of this week, for the first time ever, in a new interview with online commentator Officer Tatum, 3 of Nolan's associates who were on the boat with him on July 4th would break their silence together about the accusations towards them, the SETO call, and other updates around Wells' mysterious passing.
What is your thoughts on that phone call to SETO?
Well, I can go ahead.
Whoa. What a softball way to ask a question. What are your thoughts on the call? Any call. Whatever. Not the evidence. Not the fact that this implicates any of you in any way. Just the call. Just the call. Any call that you make.
And say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water, Wyatt's on the phone with SETO in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom on the floor or something, or scrambling around, or everybody in a small space on the boat looking at him or something? I mean, it's just so crazy to think that. Why would we call SETO if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? Why would we?
The answer to that question is for an alibi.
Yes.
The answer to your question, he just asked what was supposed to be a rhetorical question, but we're going to answer it. Why would we call SETO if we have a dead body on the boat? Well, let's add context. Why would we call SETO and ask for help on a sinking boat while our grandfather is calling SETO simultaneously telling them not to go help us with the alleged sinking boat? So when you add that context in, why would I call SETO to get help for a sinking boat while my grandfather calls SETO to tell the help not to come? If we had a dead body on the boat. The answer is for an alibi. Allegedly.
For an alibi.
Do the things we did if we know we killed somebody.
Now, for many who are looking to get clear answers about the call in particular, since at one point it was considered the smoking gun to the case, they would notice that Bart Edmonston has been nowhere to be seen and appears to have decided to hide from the press. If you can recall, during the first part of the allegations against Edmonston, he and
Bart's MAGA?
They all are.
Look at his hat. Bart is MAGA.
It says Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of America. Bart's MAGA.
So what does that mean? What is?
So the Gulf of Mexico was renamed by President Trump illegally to the Gulf of America. He illegally named the entire peninsula, and a lot of his supporters, because they were against Mexicans, have been wearing and still calling it the Gulf of America, even though the president doesn't have the power to just rename an entire body of water. international body of water at that.
Allegations against Edmonston, he and his family would go on to retain attorney Russell Latino, who would immediately start conducting interviews on his behalf. But with Edmonston's friends now being open about that day, it appears to have caused some to consider his silence as suspicious and concerning. Over on the Instagram page of his football team, those after answers have now jumped into the comments to demand Edmonston come out and speak. Like this post of the Wyoming team.
In too deep, they talking to you right now. He said, so who's going to start selling the damn it Bart caps? I'm ready to purchase mine. You can go to the Classic Codes website, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have something up soon. Classic Codes sells all types of t-shirts and merch on that website. So go ahead when you get the chance after this stream ends in the next 5 minutes to go to the Classic Codes on YouTube and check out his merch store.
Descriptions in the chat, by the way.
Yes, it's the only Trump supporters call it the Gulf of America. They're the only ones. It was renamed via a U.S. presidential executive order and subsequent interior directive back in January 2025. We know. Nobody else has called it that except for those people.
In action, one user would go on to write in all caps, "Where the F Bart at?" accompanied by other similar comments, gifs, and questions on the team's page. Now, even on other parts of social media, those same questions in the aftermath of his friends now deciding to speak out continue to circulate, as one user on Threads would ask, why wasn't Bart in the new interview? Now, it can be assumed that Edmonston, at the advisement of his team and family, are thinking his silence may be the best move. But as his friends continue to speak out, looks to have created added pressure of him defending himself. Now, just a few days ago, Edmonston's football coach would take it upon himself to address the accusations made against his player, which looks to also help keep some players who happen to be mainly all black at ease with the conversation surrounding the case. University of Wyoming head coach Jay Saville would speak to his newest recruits in a now released video from the first day of fall camp, and would go on to back Edmonston in not ever being considered a suspect.
Regarding the tragic death of Nolan Wells in Mississippi and the very public social media.
They got somebody from Wyoming talking about this?
I made a video about that too, about the code of conduct.
Put it in the chat.
A link to one of our players, Bart Edmonston. At no time since July 4th has we been aware in any way, shape, or form, has it come to our attention that Bart Edmonston has been a suspect, ever been a suspect, or currently is a suspect. We have no information that has ever linked him to this, okay? And so that's where that's at. We'll have no further comment on it until the official investigation is completed. Bart doesn't have a defense attorney and never has had a defense attorney. His family does have a personal attorney, Russell Latino, who was retained to fight defamation issued against Bart and his family.
Towards the end of the video, Saville would also...
Pause.
I knew you wanted to hit that.
Yeah, because you can't say you don't have a defense attorney and you have an attorney to defend you. It's a defense attorney. A defamation attorney he goes on offense to defend your name. Yes. Right. He goes on offense to defend your name. So it's a form of a defense attorney. I understand what he tried to play with, but that's not gonna fly here. Again, our sophistication level is too high, and that's why this is not going like Emmett Till. If anybody done anything, all parties involved is going to fucking jail. Your lawyer gonna have to do their job.
I feel like this coach is trying to preserve the golden foot that helps him win games.
Hey, punt. If y'all punting that much, y'all ain't winning.
He's a field goal kicker too.
If you kicking field goals that much, y'all ain't winning. If your kicker is that big of a piece of your team, y'all ass.
He's actually, I think he was like one of the highest scorers on their team. So
which means they're not getting in the end zone. They need
kicking 4 or 5 field goals a game.
Yeah, they need TezDown.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I ain't missing no end zones.
He expressed that this will be the only comment from the university speaking about it, and that for anyone at the university looking to speak to
PY cool is killing your brain cells. Well, it's time for me to kill your ability to comment.
Damn.
Another one bites the dust.
It's a shame what happened to P.Y. Cole.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Bart
God.
about the case should be directed to Latino. Now, despite this, in the aftermath of Seville's remarks, some have gone on to accuse Seville of covering for his player. As one user would say in response to the moment, devils, liars. Now, a part of the ongoing online attacks to the team's social page, that same person demanding that Bart to come out from hiding would also go on to write, I would kick him off the team if I were you. Now, at the moment, it is unclear if Edmonston ever plans to publicly address accusations against him, but his attorney Latino continues to repeatedly say that the enhanced versions of the SETO call is either altered or heard incorrectly. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Now that we've heard from some of the main people who were present during the infamous SETO call, does this make Edmonston's silence look worse, or do you agree that him not being public about it is the best thing to do? Reporting live from Ibis Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John.
I think he's hiding because he knows that if he says anything, he might incriminate himself in one way or another. And that's what he's trying to avoid. Even if he didn't do anything to Nolan, he would know who did, if it is somebody to know who did. And let's face the facts here. From everything that I've seen, somebody did.
But Classic, didn't he say something kind of interesting about when Bart helped him? Because he said he helped him close to shore.
It's inconsistency. So his attorney Latino said that there was a bunch of witnesses to Bart rendering them aid because when he was rendering them aid, they were still anchored at Horn Island. But on the SETO phone call, Bart is being it's heard clearly in the SETO phone call that he's rendering aid and they are out off of the shore about 3 miles based on their coordinates, and they're in 31 feet of water. So there's an inconsistency there. So yeah. He also stated that Bart got off of his boat onto their boat to help with something and then got back onto his boat, which would mean that if Nolan was indeed on said boat, Bart and Nolan were on the same boat at the same time, at least for a period of time, and Bart at minimum would have to answer for that. See, I think Bart is trying to stay out of it altogether. Let's say damn it, Bart has to do with him trying to help with the boat, right? Let's say that, right? But if there is something done in your vicinity, you still have to answer for that. Bart is trying to stay all the way out of it. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. He don't want to testify. He don't want to do nothing. He's trying to just be left out. The problem he's going to have is, damn it, Bart. That's the problem he's gonna have. It's too clear. I just did a full video for those of you who didn't see it. I just did a full video breakdown on why the SETO call will bring about arrests. And I only spoke about the parts of the call that are not disputable. The whole video, I leaned into the parts of the call that 100% of us heard. Nothing in the background. I only talked about the part, and I talked about the full phone call. Yes, so go and I played the original call with the hold music and everything. I just did that live. Was that yesterday or the day before yesterday?
No,
it might have been yesterday or the day before yesterday, but the live it's called why the SETO call will bring arrest. Go to my past live streams and check that out if y'all didn't already, and I tell you guys why no matter what, that SETO call is going to bring about arrest. Because even if they try to dispel the enhanced version with all the elevated background voices so that you can hear them clean, because that's all she did was turn up the volume. So the elevated background voices so you could hear them clean, even without that, just the transcript of Wyatt, the dispatcher, and Captain Seth is enough for people to be arrested.
That's all they need.
So make sure y'all go check that breakdown out.
I put it in the chat.
Yep.
It's literally all they need.
Got 30K views and combined with the vertical.
Nice. Very nice. I'm gonna say this in our closing of this. This is not over. This won't be over. And when this does start to come to a head, I'm gonna look at everyone and say, I told you so. Whether it be in civil court, whether it be in the court of public opinion, or where it should be, was in the state court of Mississippi. And it really should start to go to higher courts. It should be in federal court because it happened on federal property, in federal jurisdiction. But it is what it is when you're black. It is what it is when you have all these people that need to be protected by a certain regime of people. Some people might say they've been doing this for quite a while. I'm one of those people that would say they've been doing this for quite a while.
At least.
There's going to be more information that comes out. Somebody's going to start talking, and I guarantee you the reward is going to start to get a little bit sweeter as time goes on. This is not going to rest, and neither will we. At least not on this. Class, you got anything for the people?
Nah, make sure you tap into the Classic Codes and also slide over to Classic Code Sports and tap into Classic Code Sports. Other than that, we do this every day. You know, I'm going to be back in a few hours.
Deep?
Stay right and stay tight, man. That's all I can tell you. I don't have anything to promote. I mean, I do on my channel, but you know me. I sent the link out. If y'all want to subscribe, just click on my stuff. I'm here to support these guys. These guys are some of the best content creators up and coming. And if you all ain't filled it yet, you're going to see more better now, because I see the vast difference in the changes that Classic is making up in his game, and he's running on all cylinders, and we're trying to get Tez running at all the same temperature too. So, you know, guys need to start not only liking, you need to share this. Share this to your Instagram, share this to your Facebook. Just just automatically send it out. Send it out to people that really care about real news, real content creation. That's all I got.
Well, we had some super chats tonight, and seeing as how we can't get to all of them, thank you guys for supporting both of these channels. Thank you guys for supporting Deep. Thank you guys for supporting Classic. Thank you for supporting myself. I got 2 videos for you guys. And then we're going to be out.
I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Lord God, anything attached to me that could be holding me down and keeping me from my ascension. I pray that you detach that from me, so I can fly. They think ill about me, they still around me. Lord God, please set me free. I ain't going out like Gandhi, bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. They made a mistake, I gave them some grace. I make a mistake and they won't do the same. People be dishing out what they can't take and they take what they cannot get back to the game. I'm unforgiving cause I'm unforgetting. I harbor resentment, I know what you did me. I am not Jesus, it ain't no repentance when I'm on a mission and moving relentless. Been here before, I know the feeling. Think it's forever, the end to be chilling. Mike Jackson, my life is a thriller. Close to midnight, I turn to the villain. Boundaries over sparing your feelings. Sebastian gone, you can cry me a rib. To be great, you gon' have to be different. When you say it, they gotta know that you meant it.
Thank you all for coming out again. I'm Tez. I'm 2-4. This is the TezDown X, the Classic Codes featuring Into Deep. We did it again, y'all. We're going to do it again tomorrow. We are not stopping anytime soon. It is justice for Nolan Wells, justice for Tasia Fortune, and just about every single last one of us who has been marginalized, taken down, or silenced by these kinds of people. You guys have a wonderful night.
The mic is hot, the light is red. Let's talk about what the paper said. We kept the files on Ted. Down, nightcap. Exactly what they wanted to see, but the angles are wrong and the timeline slip. We're reading the notes outside the script. Draw the line from the street to the stand. Nothing plays out the way they planned. We kept the file on 10. Down nightcap. We're spinning the tape back, checking the code, looking for safe waters in the middle of the sea. Cut the static, listen for the breath between the rumors and the sudden death. We just want the facts. Lay them on the floor until the locked room isn't locked anymore.
I'm the Tez. Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome. Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time.